You're in Braves country.
Lineup for yesterday by Ogden Ash. A is for Alex, the great Alexander. More goose eggs he pitched than a popular gander. B is for Bresnahan, back of the plate. The Cubs were his love and McGraw his hate. C is for Cobb, who grew spikes not corn, and made all the basemen wish they weren't born. D is for Dean, the grammatical diz. When they asked who's the tops, said correctly I is. E is for Evers, his jaw in advance, never afraid to tinker with chance. F is for Fordham, and Frankie and Fish. I wish he were back with the Giants, I wish. G is for Gehrig, the pride of the stadium, his record pure gold, his courage pure radium. H is for Hornsby. When pitching to Raj, the pitcher would pitch, then the pitcher would dodge. I is for me, not a hard-hitting man, but an outstanding all-time, incurable fan. J is for Johnson, the big train in his prime, was so fast he could throw 3 strikes at a time. K is for Keeler, as fresh as green paint, the fastest and mostest to hit where they ain't. L is for LaHoy, whom Clevelanders love, Napoleon himself with glue in his glove. M is for Matty, who carried a charm in the form of an extra brain in his arm. N is for Newsom, Bobo's favorite Ken. You ask how he's here, he talked himself in. O is for Ott, of the restless right foot. When he leaned on the pellet stay put. P is for Plank, the arm of the A's. When he tangled with Matty, games lasted for days. Q is for Don Quixote, Cornelius Mack. Neither Yankees nor years can halt his attack. R is for Ruth, to tell you the truth. There's no more to be said, just R is for Ruth. S is for Speaker, swift center field tender. When the ball saw him coming, it yelled, I surrender. T is for Terry, the giant from Memphis, whose 400 average you can't overemphasize. U would be Ubel if Carl wore a Cockney. but we say Hubble in baseball like football in Rockney. V is for Vance, the Dodgers' very own Dazzy. None of his rivals could throw as fast as he. W, Wagner, the bow-legged beauty. Short, closed to all traffic with Honus on duty. X is the first of two X's in Fox, who was right behind Ruth with his powerful socks. Y is for Young, the magnificent sigh. People battled against him, but I never knew why. Z is for Zenith, the summit of fame. These men are up there. These men are the game. Lineup for yesterday, Ogden Nash, January 1949, Sport Magazine.
Like me, you can't smoke like me. So don't try and be like me. Let's party. You can't drink like me, you can't smoke like me. So don't try and be like me. Let's party together.
There's something kind of about a kid that's never played baseball.
We have been hoodwinked, bamboozled, and flat out deceived.
Why did you get so drunk?
You got drunk. I'm just really exhausted.
What's in that cup?
Rum and Cokes?
Do you have any idea how important this is? We're trying to save the pub cup. Really? This is what you're doing? This is what you're doing?
Baseball is a beautiful thing. It's more beautiful in an old park. It's asymmetrical and quirky. But even in a dome with artificial turf, it's beautiful. The way the field fans out, the choreography of the sport, the pace and rhythm of it, the fact that that pace and rhythm allows for conversation and reflection and opinion and comparison.
In right field, the crowd is tormenting Strawberries, singing Darryl, Darryl. Little roller up along first, behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win.
And there's a fly ball deep to left. It's on its way. There it goes. And the Yankees are going to the World Series. Aaron Boone.
Ground ball stabbed by Polk. He has it. He underhands to first for the first time in 86 years. The Red Sox have won baseball world championship. Can you believe it?
It's a pastime, something you do. It's entertainment, something you watch. And it's a shared experience, something you talk about and read about. But you can apply those same three criteria to other things. What makes baseball special is that it's the best game that's ever been devised.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy.
Sure as God made green apples, someday the Chicago Cubs are going to be in the World Series.
A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it in front of Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series. Cubs win. What a lucky break. The good Lord wants the Cubs to win.
How can you not be romantic about baseball?
If baseball is about caring, about loyalty and rivalry.
Braves fans are on their feet hoping for some kind of a bleeder or a seeing-eye single. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fastball hit high and deep down the right field line. It's going back, back, back. Is it fair? Is it zip, boom, bam, it's gone. Ram-a-lam-a ding dong, a 3-run shot, and your Atlanta Braves have taken a 1-run lead. A hanger, and she's gone, baby.
There's a very peaceful thing. It was created and played in pastures and meadows. There's grass, there's outdoors, there's everything that people thought was American and feel about America you get in a ballpark. And it's the wonder of walking through that dark tunnel and seeing a huge open space where men play the little boy's game.
I believe in the Church of Baseball. I've tried all the major religions and most of the minor ones. I know things. For instance, there are 108 beads in a Catholic rosary and there are 108 stitches in a baseball. I prefer metaphysics to theology. You see, there's no guilt in baseball, and it's never boring. It's a long season and you gotta trust it. I've tried them all, I really have. And the only church that truly feeds the soul day in, day out is the Church of Baseball.
Swung line drive left field. One run is in. Here comes Brave. Here's the throw to the plate. He is safe.
You're in Braves country. If there's a bigger thing going on right now, I don't know what it is. We're down to one strike here. Gurriel, the last hope for the Houston Astros. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, bounced over to Dansby. Dansby fires it over to first, and here comes the dog pile. Fire the cannons in the battery. Do the chop all throughout Braves country. Pop that top. Your Atlanta Braves have won it all.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We direct your attention now to home plate. Please remain standing. We call your attention to our bands here today. They will be jointly directed. And now, another fixture. Our national anthem.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose what stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we once were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Play ball! At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to introduce today's teams as participants in this historic game.
You're in Braves country. Hey, Braves country, Mac McGee here for American Rebel Beer. From the mountains to the prairies to your pint glass with white foam, we're bringing back beer with a backbone. All that matters in our brew is taste and a touch of American excellence. American Rebel Beer, born in the USA. Hey, Braves country, Mac McGee here for American Rebel Beer. America's patriotic light lager, all natural ingredients. Stand tall, be proud. The perfect beer to celebrate life, liberty, and your pursuit of the American dream. America's Patriotic Light Lager, offering a crisp, clean, bold taste. Perfect beer to celebrate life, liberty, and your pursuit of the American dream. A beer with only 110 calories that tastes like a full-flavored beer and celebrates like freedom.
On a beer? 7 o'clock in the morning. Scotch?
Hey, howdy, hi, and how the hell are you? Pull up an armchair, girls and boys, and join us for Braves Country Baseball. You're listening live as the Braves are on the road. We're set to bring you pitch by pitch, play by play of your Atlanta Braves. Hi, I'm Mac McGee. Here's your starting lineups for today's action. Leading off and playing left field for your Atlanta Braves, it's Jurickson Profar. 3 home runs, 9 RBI, 1 stolen base, batting .247. Batting second, playing first, Matt Olson. 18 home runs, 65 RBI, a .265 average. Ronald Acuna Jr. batting third, playing right. 13 home runs, 24 RBI, 4 stolen bases, batting .319. And Drake Baldwin batting cleanup behind home plate. 11 home runs, a .283 average, 41 RBI. Batting fifth, playing third, Austin Riley. 14 home runs, 48 RBI, 2 stolen bases, batting .272. Ozzie Albies is batting sixth and playing second. 9 home runs, 39 RBI, 8 stolen bases, batting .220. Batting seventh, the designated hitter, Marcell Ozuna. He has 13 home runs, 42 RBI, a .233 average. Batting eighth, patrolling center field for your Atlanta Braves, Michael Harris II. 8 home runs, 47 RBI, 12 stolen bases, batting .217. And Nick Allen batting ninth, playing short. 18 RBI, a .228 average. On the mound for your Atlanta Braves, it's Grant Holmes Day.
I play real sports, not trying to be the best at exercising.
I'm Teddy Powers!
I'm the man who has the ball, so that is why I am better than everyone in the world.
4-9 with a 3.81 ERA, a 1.32 whip, 111 innings, 121 strikeouts, 94 hits allowed, 52 walks, 16 home runs served. He'll be going head-to-head with Kumar Rocker. He's 4-4 with the 5.66 ERA. The ex-Commodore has a 1.40 whip, 55 innings, 48 strikeouts, 60 hits, 18 walks, 9 home runs given up. Backing up Rocker in the bottom of the first inning, leading off the designated hitter, Josh Smith. 8 home runs, 26 RBI, 9 stolen bases, batting .273. Corey Seager batting second, playing short. 15 home runs, 38 RBI, 1 stolen base, batting .272. Batting third, playing second, Marcus Semien. 13 home runs, 51 RBI, 9 stolen bases, batting .226. Batting cleanup and in right field, it's Adolis Garcia. He has 14 home runs, 57 RBI, 10 stolen bases, batting .228. Batting fifth, center fielder, Evan Carter. 9 home runs, 19 RBI, 12 stolen bases, batting .252. Wyatt Langford is in left field and batting sixth. He has 15 home runs, 39 RBI, 15 stolen bases, a .232 average. Batting seventh, and at first, Rowdy Tellez. 12 home runs, 31 RBI, 1 stolen base, batting .209. Josh Young is batting eighth and playing third. He has 9 home runs, 36 RBI, 4 stolen bases, batting .245. Jonah Heim behind home plate and batting ninth. 9 home runs, 31 RBI, 3 stolen bases, batting .220. Calling balls and strikes behind home plate tonight, it's Mike Estabrook. Your first base umpire, Laz Diaz. Second base will be manned by Eric Backus, and down the third base line, it's Brian Onora. Game time temperatures here, Globe Life at first pitch in the Dallas, Texas area. It's expected to be 93 degrees and the wind blowing in at 11 miles an hour. Expect the roof to be closed. Your Atlanta Braves come in minus 104 on the money line, a virtual pick'em with Texas. The over-under is 8.5. Our pick to click tonight, well, as you can imagine, these Braves have never gone up against the youngster Kumar Rocker. So we'll take a stab in the dark and go with Drake Baldwin. Figure the left-handed bat right there in the mix will have a chance to drive in a run or two, maybe put a couple of hits on the board. We're going to take your Atlanta Braves to win this one. The legitimate shot to bring it home tonight. We'll take the Braves to jump all over Rocker and win it 7-3. Your American Rebel Beer, keys to the game tonight. It's going to be all about the starting pitching. Got to expect that Grant Holmes is going to go deep into the game, 6, maybe even 7 innings, and pitch well. The question will be, how will the Braves do against this youngster in Kumar Rocker? When you got a 5.66 ERA and a whip of 1.4, means there ought to be ducks on the pond. Should be noted, Kumar is from Watkinsville, Georgia. So he grew up in Braves country, probably a big game for him. He is 6'5" and 245. Heck, Vanderbilt should put him on the football team. Things may have turned out a little better the last few years. But when you look at his previous starts, his last outing was pretty darn impressive. He went up against the Detroit Tigers, one of the favorites to make it to the World Series on the AL side, and he spun a gem, 6 1/3 and no earned runs. But the start just before that, at the Angels, it was 4 1/3 and 6 earned runs. Now, that game was on the road. If you're wanting to know the difference in the breakdown, and it could be the matchups, but it should be noted, Kumar Rocker has an ERA at home of 1.84, not too shabby. On the road this year, it's been 9.91. Day games, he's been much better at 2.36. Night games, it's an 8.69. So you're kind of danged if you do, danged if you don't. When you look at this, he pitches well at home, but not at night, and that's what he's facing tonight. This seems like a game that the Braves veterans ought to be able to take advantage of Rocker. And yes, I've noticed it's kind of weird saying the Braves are going up against Rocker. For those who've been around in Braves country long enough, you know if you know. Let's hope this one doesn't get suspended. If you're looking at the computer models, the matchup predictor has the Braves winning this at a 52% rate, so virtually a pick 'em there as well. I just got to believe that the Braves, usually about twice a week, the offense wakes up, and this will probably be the night. They had a very good night on Tuesday, and they've been kind of silent, except for a couple blurps here and there, the rest of the week. Tonight's the night. Let's rock and roll, Braves country. Put your click in the chat, slap that like, and let's get ready, Braves country. We'd like to thank everybody for choosing Braves Country Radio, and a special thanks to all the country club members. Please like on your way in and subscribe, set those alerts, and share Braves Country Radio to help build the crowd so we can continue to bring you the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Well, it's about that time. Grab you a cold one. Find you an armchair. Atlanta Braves Baseball right here on Braves Country Radio. Your modern-day superstation is in its 5th season of bringing you pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves and our one-of-a-kind production. Take us anywhere you go for over 170 Atlanta Braves ball games. Please like and subscribe today. Join the Country Club. Thank you to all the Country Club members. You help support Braves Country Radio.
Get this bus moving. Stop. Come back. Too late.
Roll call! Yeah, roll call!
You're in Braves country.
Good evening, Braves country. Atlanta Braves faithful. We don't even look at the freaking record anymore. We just say, let's win today, baby. Let's win today. Grant Holmes on the bump today. Looking for it's sad when we get like 2 games a week you look forward to from the pitching aspect, and it's Grant Holmes and it's Spencer Strider. Everything else is a crapshoot. See who we have here kicking in the chat today. I see Country Club members. We got George Pearson, Willis Mathis. What you talking about, Willis? Mark Ricky Ricardo, Justin Green Machine, Uncle Charlie Fritz, John. Everybody loves Raymond Lovelace. Trina, good to see you. B.A. Baracus, Brian Andrews. See who else we have in here today on the Country Club. I think that's it on the Country Club. If I missed anybody, holler in. Now we'll get the other folks. Braden, good to see you. I know Peter was in here earlier. She might be lurking. Never know. Colby Covers, good to see you. Kay in here tonight. Nate the Great. James Fisher, Sam Rogers. Man, I haven't seen Edward Spry in here. Did he fall off the bandwagon? Has anyone done a wellness check on Edward Spry? Have the 2025 Braves just been too much for him? I don't think I've seen him in here in a few days. He might be in here, just not commenting. We are just about set for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves. And do have an announcement to make about the postseason coverage that we're going to do, because unless there is some kind of miracle run, we know the Braves aren't going to be in it, as they sit 10 games out of the wild card. And more importantly, 6 teams are in front of them, so they don't just have to play good baseball. They got to get 6 teams to play bad baseball so they can catch them. We got an announcement to make about that when we come back, what the postseason is going to look like for those of y'all who just like baseball and want to continue to follow the baseball postseason, whether the Braves are in it or not. So we'll be back in a flash to announce that. Hey, Braves Country, Mac McGee here for American Rebel Beer. America's patriotic light lager, all natural ingredients. Stand tall, be proud. The perfect beer to celebrate life, liberty, and your pursuit of the American dream. America's patriotic light lager, offering a crisp, clean, bold taste. Perfect beer to celebrate life, liberty, and your pursuit of the American dream. A beer with only 110 calories that tastes like a full-flavored beer and celebrates like freedom. Hey, Braves Country, this is Mac McGee with Braves Country Radio. We are bringing you pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves all year long. Join the Country Club today. Help support Braves Country Radio. Join the Country Club today. It helps us bring you more of the game we all love. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Hey, Braves Country, Mac McGee here for American Rebel Beer. From the mountains to the prairies to your pint glass with white foam, we're bringing back beer with a backbone. All that matters in our brew is taste and a touch of American excellence. American Rebel Beer, born in the USA.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the radio news.
Sit quietly and we will control all that you see and hear. There is nothing wrong. You are about to participate in a great adventure. You are about to experience the awe and mystery.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension, a dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both things and ideas. You've just crossed over into
Adventures in Time and Space.
We offer you
Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
Hi, folks. Join us now for another Braves ball game. Yes, sir. This is the one we've been waiting for. This is it. This makes you feel like it's spring and baseball, no more measles, and free tickets to the circus.
You're in Braves country.
This is a reminder. Disorderly conduct will not be tolerated. Please respect your fellow fan and refrain from any unruly behavior. Failure to comply with these guidelines will result in ejection.
Good evening, Braves country.
2, 4, 6, 8, who do we appreciate?
You're in Braves country.
Texas Rangers are wearing their home whites. Rangers on the chest in blue, outlined in red. Blue ball caps with the power T representing the state of Texas in white. Of course, Atlanta Braves on the road, so we're going to grab the bats first. Atlanta Braves are wearing their road grays top to bottom. Red piping down the side of the pants and in the middle of the jerseys, all outlined in navy. Atlanta across the chest and the tomahawk underneath, outlined in navy, written in red. And the gold stripes on the handle of the tomahawk. Numerals are on the back in red, outlined in navy, and the names are in navy. Atlanta Braves navy ball cap with the white A representing the city of Atlanta. We hope you are ready to get set and go. Just a couple minutes away from first pitch. Kumar Rocker versus the Atlanta Braves. And Grant Holmes. Of course, Rocker played his college ball in Braves country. Vanderbilt Commodore. He and the gentleman who is taking the mound tomorrow, both Vanderbilt Commodores. They were teammates there. They're teammates in Texas. Two highly touted draft picks over the last few years. Rocker and Leiter. Kumar Rocker mentioned it the first part of the broadcast. 6'5", 245 is what they have him listed at tonight. He was drafted with the 3rd overall pick of the 2022 draft for Texas out of Vanderbilt Commodores. What you'll see from him tonight is a 6-pitch mix. It's a sinker at 27% of the time, a cutter at 25% of the time, 4-seamer at 18%, slider at 16%, the curve and the change at a total of 14%. So he is a true kitchen sink pitcher, though he's not in that point of his career yet where he has mastered those pitches. You don't typically see such a young guy who is struggling with the ERA trying to throw 6 pitches. It's from Watkinsville, Georgia, and he can bring it. We are just about set. As a little bit I feel like everything's bigger in Texas, just like the clocks, because they don't seem to get started when they say they're going to get started. It is a 7:05 slated first pitch, and we're past that mark, so it's going to be a little late on the docket today. We got the screen covered until the 3D kicks in. Once it kicks in, we'll put it on the screen for you. And I believe I saw, yes sir, thank you, Uncle Charlie, bringing us some good luck already. So as far as the broadcast is going, we have decided, unless the Braves make this a crazy run and get to the playoffs, that our default team that we are going to carry every game of, and we're going to do other games, it's not just going to be that, but we are going to carry the Detroit Tigers this year. It's been a long time since they've won one, and even though they're having a good year, they still feel like that underdog, and that's what we'll be trying to bring to you this fall. But we'll be bringing other games, but letting it be known that we will bring you the Tigers game over anybody else, and then we'll adjust from there. Assuming they get in, we're also interested in bringing the Seattle Mariners game. We think it's a really good story, but they are kind of teetering on just on the inside of the wild card race, so that one's not quite in stone. But for right now, it's the Tigers. And hey, look, there's teams out there we want to carry. Tampa Bay gets in. Milwaukee. Those are good underdog stories. Even the Padres or the Giants. And then, of course, we'll continue to carry all the way through to the World Series. So whoever. Hey, there's Nathaniel Brooks. Good to see you. And D, good to see you. Thought I saw Bam Bam and Sailor. I think Timmy is in here. Timmy Powell. We are just about set. I don't know what in the world this delay is. It's supposed to be a 7:08 first pitch, but they are dragging their feet. Jurickson Profar is on the on-deck circle. I don't know if they're doing another presentation. Profar is heading to the on-deck circle, and it looks like the 3D is in action, so we'll go ahead and pull that up as we get set for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves. Kumar Rocker seems just about set. He digs his toe on the rubber, and yes, sir! It is baseball time in Braves country. First pitch on the way is just down below the knees for a ball. It's 1-0. Righty-lefty matchup. The outfield for the Rangers looks like this tonight. A little bit of a change. The 1-0. Inside, down and in, 2-0. Wyatt Langford, Evan Carter, and Garcia go left to right across the outfield. On the infield, Young, Seager, and Simeon that's the 2-0 inside. 3-0. Man, I've told myself all weekend long I wasn't going to do that. Young, Seager, and Simeon are third, short, and second is the 3-0 pitch. Outside wide, ball 4. So he'll head on down to first. Good piece of batting by the
jerks. They're running out of you.
Profar, pro good. He'll head on down to first.
It's a smart line, and a smart crowd will appreciate it.
Today,
I'm not going to dumb it down for some bonehead mass audience.
Smith got the seat at first. It's Rowdy Tellez. Heim is back behind home plate, and of course Rocker on the hill. First pitch on the way to Matt Olson, man, this guy's getting pinched. It's 1-0. 5 pitches. All called ball. That last one looked like it hit the top of the zone, and it did. 1-0. Brings it down below the knees. 2-0. So a 2-0 count, and Heim's going to go out there to talk to Rocker to settle him down. Mentioned this in the pregame. He's got a 1.84 ERA at home, but his night games are up near 9. And then on the road, he has a high ERA, but his day games are much lower. So you don't know what to expect in this one because it is a home game, but it's a night game. And a lot of it could just be dumb luck on who he went up against that night and whatnot. When you get this decent of a sample size, it's a little strange. The 2-0 count. Fastball right down the pipe. It's 2-1. 95 miles an hour by Rocker. Two 2-1 count. Comes set. Just grabs the outer edge of the slider. 2-1. Profar leaning off of first. You got a 2-2 count. Nobody out, just getting going here in the first inning. Braves nothing, Rangers nothing. The 2-2. Down and away. Ball 3. Full count to Olson. Standing on deck is Ronald Acuna Jr., who has not hit well in that 3-hole as we suspected when they first tried that a couple weeks ago. The payoff pitch. Swing! That ball's rattled back foul. We'll do it again. If you missed the intro, the lineups, Marcell Ozuna is the designated hitter tonight. But yet, for some reason, he's hitting behind Ozzie Albies. Go figure. He's batting 7th in the order tonight. Full count. Rocker looks in, lifts his red glove. Swing! That ball is going to get hit into right center field. That's down for a base hit. Here comes the throw to second. Profar going corner to corner, and we've got runners on the corners. Nobody out. And Ronald Acuna Jr.
This is Ice House.
Ice House.
Smooth as it gets.
Acuna Matata moseying his way up to the plate. Big spot here for the Braves early on. Got to cash in. Too many times they're sure we've seen them get runners on the base paths early in the game, and they just can't cash it in. Ronald Acuna Jr. stands in. First pitch on the way is inside. 83-mile-an-hour slider. It's 1-0. Infield back into the left. Righty-righty matchup. Huge hole on the right side. The 1-0. Down and in. 95 miles an hour. 2-0. Acuna sitting at 319, 13 home runs, 24 RBI. 1030 OPS in 2025, the 2-0 pitch. Swing, pops it up. Can of corn. Just past the infield dirt. Simeon's got it. One away. With the 2-0 count, you would have expected a little better swing there from Acuna. It's a good pitch to hit. It was right down the pipe. He just got underneath it. He has been struggling at that number 3 slot, and why they have not moved him back to the leadoff, your guess is as good as mine. Drake Baldwin, the batter. Righty-lefty, first pitch on the way, 95 off the plate. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Brings it. 95 off the plate, 2-0. Much different from last night's umpire who was calling just about anything wide a strike. Tonight, they're getting pinched. Last night's home plate umpire, Brian Anora, was pinching high and low and leaving everything east and west for a strike, the 2-0. That ball's down and in. Ball 3, 3-0. He's legitimately missed most of the pitches in this inning, but there have been a few that you could say he's getting pinched. The 3-0 to the Drake. Right down Main Street, 96 at the knees. It's 3-1. Good take by Drake. Standing on deck is Austin Riley. The 3-1 swing, pops it back foul. 3-2. He knows if he just gets one lifted into the outfield, Jurickson Profar should score with his speed. You got a full count. Got to cash in here. Braves had runners on the corners and nobody out. Now runners on the corners and one out and a full count. The payoff pitch. Down below the knees, ball 4. So he'll head on down to first.
You don't like the Drake?
I love the Drake.
How could you not like the Drake?
Who's the Drake?
The Drake is good.
Ducks all over the pond. They're going to go out there and talk to him real quick. Braves nothing, Rangers nothing, but the bases are loaded with one out. And Austin Riley was a bit rusty last night, just coming off the IL. Hopefully he's got some better swings tonight. He stands at the plate. You got Ozzie on deck, and if they keep the line moving, it would be Ozuna in the hole. Rocker looks into Heim. Righty-righty matchup. Here's the first pitch. Inside, almost gets him. 95 miles an hour. It's 1-0. He is all over the place with his location. The 1-0. Kicks and fires. High and inside, 2-0. You can make the argument here, and you can make the argument for when Acuna was at bat. So I'm not just saying this for Riley, but you've got a guy who's been wild all over the place in a 2-0 count. You kind of should make him throw a strike before you swing the bat with the Ducks on the pond, the 2-0. Down below the knees, ball 3. 3-0 count. Bases loaded. Here's the pitch. 95 miles an hour right down Main Street, taken all the way. Good take by Riley. 3-1. Three-one count. Rocker comes set. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Chase one well off the plate. That was way inside. Should not have swung at that one. Bad swing by Riley. But he'll get another shot here as we got a full count. Bases loaded. The payoff pitch. Brings it. Swing! Bangs it off the ground. Foul. Back behind home plate. Rocker at 26 pitches here in the first inning. Still with only one out. Infield back into the left. The payoff pitch. Swing, chops that one foul down the line. Into the dugout. 3-2 once again. By the way, the Dodgers are slapping Garrett Crochet around. We got it on in the background. Shohei Ohtani and Teoscar Hernandez have already taken him yard. It's 2-0. LA in Boston. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Riley down on strikes. Still showing a lot of rust. Really should have laid off the pitch that was strike 2 initially. That pitch, it was 3 to 4 inches inside. In fact, if he doesn't swing, it probably comes very close to hitting him. It was that close. First pitch on the way to Ozzie Albies. That ball's going to get raked into right field. That's down for a base hit. 1 run will score, and Matt Olson is safe. They're going to say he's safe. It looked like that the throw beat him. We'll have to take another look at it. But right now, it's 2-0, your Atlanta Braves. The Rangers do want to challenge it. The home plate umpire is right on top of it. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here. Of course, you always have the dreaded when it's that close. Did the foot bump off the ground? They're showing a lot of versions, but not the ones you want to see. I'm seeing a good one here. Oh, he's out. I just saw a really good one on the Texas broadcast. I thought it looked like he had beaten him. He's really close, but he gets him on the top of the shin before the foot hits the plate. Now, we might get the benefit of the doubt. Remember, they did call it safe on the field, but it looks like it clips his leg, and then he slides across and hits home plate. I think you're seeing it now if you're watching the Braves cast. Most everybody's starting to leave the field. I think we know what's coming. They are going to call him out. And that'll end the inning. Braves come up with only 1 run. They had a golden opportunity. Same old song and dance. We'll be back in a flash.
Hi, y'all. It's time for Appalachia Word of the Day. The word of the day is fascinate. I think I'm gaining too much weight because I had 9 buttons and I can only fascinate.
Newsflash, communists. This is a little thing called a tractor, okay? Here in America, we work our land. We don't have a communist king to call every time we want fish and chips like y'all over there in communist England, all right? We live like the pilgrims. We live like the founding fathers intended, man. Living off the land like George Washington and Lewis and Clark and Paul Revere, okay? We don't get locked away in a dungeon when we forget to make our crumpet payment to the Queen. Or get thrown away in a castle when we forget to pray for the prince, okay? Here in America, we care about what we eat, okay? We don't put beans on breakfast, and we don't worship knights and fairies like y'all over there in England, all right? We care about ourselves. We do what we can, man. And here in America, we're living free and proud in the home of the brave, baby. So next time you're over there in communist England eating some beans on toast and having to pray to the king, why don't you remember what it's like to be a red-blooded American for once in your life? Come on, keep living free and proud in the land of the free and the home of the brave.
I think we felt good because it's our ballpark. We had Suter ready, so we were confident, but we knew that we had to get off to a good start.
And sure enough, St. Louis was able to put 2 runs on the board in the second before a red-hot Darrell Porter would start a decidedly uncardinal explosion a few innings later.
And a high drive, deep right, home run. St. Louis Cardinals are alive and well and leading 4-0. High drive, deep right field. Hernandez will touch
them all. Welcome back. Grant Holmes fires the first pitch in and misses for a ball. to Smith, the designated hitter for the Rangers. It's 1-0. The 1-0 chopped on the ground over to Ozzie Albies. Ozzie will grab it, flip it to first, and it's a 4-3 put out. One away. First pitch on the way is a curveball to Corey Seager. Dangerous bat right there for a strike. It's 0-1. Righty-lefty matchup. The 0-1. Swing, lifts it high into center field. Going back on the track. Making the catch for a long out number 2 is Michael Harris II. Harris wearing those peach-colored shoes out there and armband. You wonder how they can get away with certain colors. As long as the Braves have it in any part of their jerseys, any of their jerseys, not the one they're wearing today, any part of their jerseys, you can wear those colors. First pitch on the way is a four-seam fastball. Fouled back, it's 0-1. And I believe they've got a couple of jerseys where the peach is being used to represent the peach state of Georgia. The 0-1, even if it's a patch, the 0-1 fires it back. Foul, it's 0-2. Count. Swing, chops that one foul. Braves lead at 1-0 if you're just joining us. Braves had a golden opportunity and had Kumar Rocker on the ropes. Really questionable send there by Freddie Gonzalez. Remember last week where he tried to hold up Acuna on a slow roller to the outfield? Is the 0-2, down and away 1-2. And then this time he sends one of our slowest runners, Matt Olson, on a sharply hit ball to right. I was surprised that he was sent. Even more surprised when they first called him safe and before they corrected it. The 1-2, down and away 2-2. You just have to wonder, is he hearing too much noise in his ears about you got to send, you got to be aggressive, all that kind of stuff? He's out there making mistakes. The 2-2 pitch, swing, chopper, back to the mound. Holmes has it, flips it to Olson, and that'll end the inning. Braves take care of the Rangers in the first. 1-2-3. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country.
I play real sports. I'm trying to be the best at exercising.
I'm Teddy Powers.
I'm the man who has the ball, so that is why I am better than everyone in the world.
Woo-wee. Cold, ain't it? Have you had your coffee yet? That freshly brewed coffee every morning gets me. I'm moving in my cup. I'm moving. I think I'll have a donut.
Stop making the Christmas sweets smaller! They've reduced it to 550 grams. That wouldn't even get me started. You wouldn't even make a dog sick with that much chocolate. That would make a dog sick, by the way. I always forget some people on the internet are very stupid.
If your wife says some guy has a nicer truck than yours, smash yours into it. Be a man.
I'm gonna be 100% honest right now. If you don't have dog or cat hair on your clothes somewhere, I don't trust you as a person.
After 96, he's just putting up numbers that are going to lead to 300 wins and 3,000 strikeouts and Cooperstown and all of those things.
Gosh, I want to say that was a 7-year run. He had a 7-year run where he never missed a start and had an ERA barely above 2, averaging about 240 innings a year.
An overall brilliant performance. I don't know what else we can say about the guy.
And it sort of stayed the same in Atlanta. Greg Maddux was still a great pitcher, but not quite as great.
He is 37, and they do take their toll.
The Braves were still a great team.
10 straight division titles.
But a little bit of disappointment crept in.
The Atlanta Braves played 162 games, and everything went sour for them here.
It is kind of brutal. We only got the one ring, but the division titles, it kind of takes the sting out of only winning one World Series.
Congratulations to Greg Maddux, his 15th win. First pitcher in Major League history to do that in 16 consecutive seasons.
Welcome back. First pitch on the way to Marcell Ozuna is right there for a strike. It's 0-1. Righty-righty matchup. The 0-1. 92 down and away. 1-1. Rocker. 31 pitches into the game here as we begin the second. The 1-1 to the big zoo. Swing and a miss. 1-2. You never know when the next time is the last time you see Marcell Ozuna in a Braves uniform. Trade deadline coming up on Thursday, and he's likely to be gone. 1-2 count. Down and away, 2-2. The 2-2, high and inside, ball 3-2. So a full count to Ozuna. Harris stands on deck. Allen in the hole. If you keep the line moving, top of the order flips over. The payoff pitch, swing, chops it foul. We'll do it again. Sean Murphy getting the night off. So he'll probably be behind the plate tomorrow. And we'll see if Ozuna gets the DH spot tomorrow or if they'll leave the Drake in. Rocker comes set. The payoff pitch. Swing! Fouls it off his instep. We'll do it again. Braves 1, Rangers nothing. If you're just joining us, the Braves scored 1 run on an RBI single by Ozzie Albies in the first. The payoff pitch caught, looking strike 3. Good night, Irene. Went away. He has been doing that all year long, and there's just no rhyme or reason for it. They say that he's healthy, that he's no longer bothered by the hip injury. But something is in between his ears where I think he's having to guess, and when he's guessing wrong, it's very obvious. First pitch on the way to Michael Harris II, four-seam fastball right there on the outer edge. It's 0-1. That's the only thing that I wonder is, are they going to be able to trade Ozuna? Does anybody want to give anything up? The 0-1 swing lifts it into center field, going back on the track. That ball's going to get down where the green grass grows. Up against the wall next to the 410 sign. Harris is rounding second. He's heading for third. He will be safe. And Michael Harris II, rocking and rolling, baby. Let's get this sucker started. Wow.
What they know about that?
God bless you, Mike. Keep your game tight.
Never know. You know what I'm saying? I got a little razzle-dazzle.
Evan Carter leaped for the ball and it went over his head. After it came off the wall with Harris's speed, he was running downhill. Head first slide, wasn't really needing for it. In fact, Freddie Gonzalez was telling him to slide. He shouldn't have done that. Should have told him he was up. I haven't been impressed by Freddie Gonzalez's third base coaching skills the whole couple of months we've had him here, so nothing new. First pitch on the way, swung on, pops it up. Can of corn over by the third base dugout. Will it stay in play? It will not. It'll bounce just behind the dugout. 0-1. Got to come through here, Allen. You cannot swing underneath pitches. The infield is in, playing slightly to the left. You just got to get it elevated to the outfield. Even if you doink one over their head, Luis Gonzalez style, the 0-1. Down and in, 1-1. Y'all remember the 2001 World Series. So a 1-1 count. Allen batting .228. He's in a bit of a mini slump this week. Pitch on the way, swing, hammers it to third, and it's going to be right at the third baseman, Josh Young. He'll fire it to first, and Harris had nowhere to go. 2 down. So they'll pull the infield back. Jurgensen Profar, the batter. What I do wonder here is, what is Profar's bunt game like? I would love to see a squeeze play right here. With Profar's speed and Harris's speed, I think they could pull it off. Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch on the way. Swing, dribbles it up the middle. That'll work too. Profar, pro good. He'll knock it into center field here. Atlanta Braves. They're taking a 2-0 lead, baby. Let's go.
It's smart. It's a smart line, and a smart crowd will appreciate it. And I'm not going to dumb it down for some bonehead mass audience.
Hard hit ball, ripped right up the middle. A worm burner. And your Atlanta Braves lead it 2-0. And Matt Olson will come to the plate. Righty-lefty matchup. Rocker fires it over to first to keep Profar close. Rocker, by the way, at 43 pitches. Even if Olson does not get a base hit here, if he can just have a long at bat, he can have him up near 50. And that's a huge number through 2. First pitch on the way is a slider down and in. It's 1-0. Those of y'all that joined us for the doubleheader last night, appreciate you hanging out with us. Had a good time. Picked a bad game to do. Is the 1-0 swing, fouls it back, 1-1. Can't believe both games were 8-1 going into the 9th inning last night. That's just the way 2025 has gone. 1-1 count. Pitch on the way, up top. Called for a strike, top of the zone. Looked like a good pitch. Cutter by Rocker, 1-2. 1-2 count. Righty lefty. The pitch on the way. Ball down and in. Did he go around? They checked down the line, said he did not. It's now 2-2. A 2-2 count. Rocker leans back and brings it high and out of the zone, full count. The next doubleheader for your Braves Country Radio is next Friday after the Reds Braves day game. We're going to, man, they caught that late, but is the payoff pitch. Swing, that ball's hit up the middle, right to Seager. He'll flip it over to first, and that'll end the inning. Profar had stolen second base. They didn't really cover it on the broadcast, but I saw it in the corner of my eye on the other one, but to no avail. Braves go down, but not before we get one more run on the board. We'll be back in a flash here in Braves Country.
Keep your game tight.
Never know. You know what I'm saying? I got a little.
Talk about the enigma that is Adam Dunn. 51% of his 8,280 trips to the plate resulted in the ball never landing on the field. He is one of only 8 players in Major League history to have 5 straight seasons of 40 or more home runs. His streak of 7 straight seasons of 38 or more home runs ties him with Babe Ruth. He is the only player in history to have 6 seasons in a row of 38-plus home runs and 100-plus walks. One more season than Barry Bonds. He holds the record for most multi-strikeout games with 600 281. His 11 seasons of 160-plus strikeouts are almost twice as many as the next person on the list. Over the course of 3 seasons, he went 1,085 plate appearances without hitting a single sacrifice fly. His 535-foot home run in 2004 landed on a piece of driftwood on the banks of the Ohio River, which is technically in Kentucky. That makes him the only player in history to hit a home run into another state. He finished his career with an at-bat per home run ratio of 14.89, which puts him 11th all-time. In 2004, he joined Joe Morgan as the only Reds players to score 100 runs, drive in 100 runs, and draw 100 walks in a single season. Despite having 462 home runs and playing in over 2,000 games, he finished his career without a single plate appearance in the postseason. In his final season, he had 22 home runs. If he would have played just 2 more years with that same output, he would have finished with over 500 career home runs, which would have drastically increased his chance at making the Hall of Fame.
The St. Louis Cardinals, last in the major leagues in home runs, muscle up tonight. It's 7-0 St. Louis.
Meanwhile, rookie John Stuper was shutting down the Wallbanger lineup.
Stuper retires the Brewers in order. Here it comes hard. It is really raining now. They're going to put the tarp on. The umpires are waving the teams off the field.
The game would eventually be delayed by the rain twice for more than 2.5 hours, but it was another time, and Stuper would still be on the mound in the ninth, with the Cards leading 13-1.
2 out in the ninth inning. The 1-1 pitch on the way. Swung on, a fly ball to center. The World Series is tied at 3 games apiece.
Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. First pitch on the way is down and away. For a ball, it's 1-0. The 1-0 misses outside wide. Ball 2-0. Grant Holmes, 12 pitches so far, so very good on that front. The 2-0 just grabs the outer edge, slaps the black as it crosses home plate. 2-1. Two-one count. Pitch misses. 3-1. 3-1 count. Just grabs the outer edge. Four-seam fastball, full count. Braves infield back into the left and deep on Garcia, who doesn't run great, but he's not exactly immobile. The payoff pitch, inside ball 4. So Holmes walks his first batter of the game. Braves lead it 2-0. He's yet to record a strikeout. And that'll bring Evan Carter to the plate. Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch on the way. 91 miles an hour. Right there on the inner track, it's 0-1. The 0-1. Right there. Outer edge. 0-2. The 0-2 pitch in the dirt. 1-2. 1-2 count. They're going to flip it over to first real quick. Keep Garcia close by. Really known as a speedster, but he does have solid wheels. The 1-2. Swing, chops that one foul down the line into the dugout of the first base side of the Texas Rangers. Braves 2, Rangers nothing. Take a pill, Willis. The 1-2. High and out of the zone. 2-2. 2-2 count. Runner at first, nobody out. Swing, lifts it back foul. We'll do it again. Righty-lefty matchup, infield double play depth, the 2-2 pitch. That ball is going to get bounced back behind home plate. Foul. Kind of a corkscrew action. The 2-2. Outside wide, full count. So Holmes in danger of walking the first two batters here to start the inning. Playing with his food with the 2-0 lead. The payoff pitch. Swing! That ball's hammered down the right field line. That is into the corner. Here comes the throw from Acuna, and Garcia is going to come home, and he is safe. Good hustle by Garcia. Read it well. And Carter makes it all the way to third because the Braves chased the run. There's a lot of deep corners in this stadium, and he had just enough time to get down there. So Carter makes it down to third with nobody out. Carter with very good speed. Looking at the replay, even if Acuna goes to third, I don't think he's going to get him. He's that fast. First pitch on the way, swung on, banged on the ground over to third. Riley's got it. He'll fire it to first, and it's a 5-3 put out. Good defensive play by the rake. One away. Langford was looking to cash in early. Now you got Rowdy Tellez, the batter. Speed at third base. How do you pitch him here? First pitch on the way. Bender right there on the outer edge. It's 0-1. Rowdy Tellez batting just .209. He's got 12 home runs, 31 RBI. It's kind of been his career. He's always hit for power, but not a high batting average. The 0-1. Curve ball. Just misses down and away. 1-1. 1-1 count. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. 95. Up top, 1-2. You may remember Rowdy Tellez. His days in the National League. He was with the Brewers from 2021 all the way to 2023. Then he was with the Pirates last year. This year he's been with Seattle and Texas. From Sacramento, California. He's always reminded me of Vogelfat. The 1-2. Swing, fouls it back. We'll do it again. One-two count. Runner at first. One out. Once again, the man at third, Carter, has blazing speed. 1-2. Swing. Slices it back foul. Do it again. If the shoe was on the other foot and you had Tellez at third and Carter at the plate, you could play the infield halfway, maybe even a little further back than that because he's so slow. But Carter is a speed demon. The 1-2. Outside wide, 2-2. He just threw his 20th pitch of the inning and only has the one out to show for it. Braves lead 2-1. He had a very quick first inning. Struggling here in the second. The 2-2. Swing, pops that back behind home plate, but it'll go into the crowd. Dodgers and Red Sox are tied at 2. They're in the second. Here, the Braves lead it 2-1, or at the bottom of the second, a 2-2 count. Deuce is wild. Holmes comes set, brings it. Swing and a miss, strike three. That's a big strikeout by Grant Holmes. Huge strikeout, his first strikeout of the day, and it couldn't have came at a better time. That'll bring Young to the plate. The infield will be able to back up a little bit. Don't want to go too deep because Young has decent speed for a third baseman. First pitch on the way is a cutter way off the plate. It's 1-0. Righty-righty matchup. The 1-0. Brings it. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Feel like you got to keep an eye on Carter over there. He's been bouncing around there on the base paths. We've shown him quite a few times on the Texas cam. 1-1 count. Holmes brings it. Swing, lifts it into left field, and that's going to get down for a base hit. That will tie the game at 2. Try to go with the slider and get it down and far away enough. Hung up in the zone, and it was middle cut just over the knees. And Josh Young ties it up. So back to the drawing board. First pitch on the way from Jonah Heim is bunted just in front of the pitcher's mound to the right. Grant Holmes picks it up, fires it to first, and that'll end the inning. But not before the Rangers tie it up. Good attempt by the catcher. I would have never thought a catcher would be bunting for a base hit. What a terrible bunt. We'll be back in a flash.
In February of 1982, the New York Mets pulled off a trade to the Cincinnati Reds for George Foster. George Foster, who not all that long ago hit 52 home runs in a season, former MVP, the first really big acquisition for the Mets. And then they announced that they're signing him to a $2 million per year contract, the biggest contract in team history. And they hold a press conference. And during this press conference, George Foster warns the planes taking off from the local airports that they better watch out because of the baseballs he hits are going to be really high. Well, that first year in 1982, the Mets suck, and George Foster hits 13 home runs and has 70 RBIs. And making matters worse, he doesn't sign autographs for fans, and they just start hating him. As the team gets better and better, they add Hernandez, they add Carter, Gooden's emergence, Ron Darling's emergence, etc. The Mets get in a fight in 1986, and George Foster's the one guy who doesn't join in. He stays on the bench, and that does not play well with the team at all. Then in 86, he accuses the team of racism because they give him, Davey Johnson, the manager, gives more time to Kevin Mitchell, who is also black. During the 86 World Series season, they dumped George Foster. He was just an absolute disaster, horrible with the fans, horrible in the clubhouse, etc., etc.
I mean, you can close your eyes and watch him speed over the outfield and make catches over his head. Mickey was just somebody who was amazing. He was amazing every day.
Mantle's resume included a list of historic feats. He had already won the Triple Crown, back-to-back MVPs, and would end up with more home runs in the World Series than any other player.
There's one at base there. It is going down.
And the list could have been even longer. It seemed as if the Mick could do anything except stay healthy.
He hurt his knee in 51, and he played the rest of his career without a real good leg.
He was always in pain. He always had something wrong with him.
He get a massage every day before the game, and then he'd get this elastic foam rubber and wrap it from his ankles to the cheek of his fanny on both legs and go out and play.
Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. The first pitch on the way to Ronald Acuna Jr. is down and away. Called for a strike. It's 0-1. They said he went around. But that is Laz Diaz at first base, and he is one of the worst umpires ranked in all of Major League Baseball. Somehow he's a crew chief. The 0-1 foul back at 0-2. So an 0-2 count. Down and away, 1-2. Braves 2, Rangers 2, top of 3. Good to see Iron Lung. The 1-2. Swing, fouls it back. Ronald Acuna Jr. popped out with runners on the corners and nobody out his first time up. Braves were able to score a run in that first inning. If you're just joining us, Atlanta scored with an RBI single in the first by Ozzie as the 1-2. That ball is hammered down the left field line, but foul. Do it again. So a 1-2 count. Kicks and fires. Down and away. 2-2. Two count. Rocker, his 56th pitch of the day. Swing, chops it over to third. Young has to hurry. Here comes the throw. I think Acuna might have slipped coming out of the break. 5-3 put out, one away. Doesn't appear to be injured. I think he slipped. Taking another look at it. Yeah, he slipped. I think he might have slipped on home plate coming out of the box. Drake Baldwin, your batter. Baldwin, first pitch swinging, bangs it off the plate. It's 0-1. He walked his last time up. So once again on the scoring, if you're just joining us, Ozzie singled home Profar in the first. Profar singled home Harris in the second after a triple. The 0-1. 96 right up top, 0-2. Evan Carter tripled to right, bringing home Adolis Garcia. And Young singled to left to bring home Carter. That's where we stand, 2 apiece. The 0-2 count. Rocker comes set. The pitch. Swing! That ball's laced down the first base line, but just foul. Man, if that gets down, that's going to be extra bases. Good looping swing there by Baldwin, but just could not keep it fair. The 0-2 pitch, outside wide, 1-2. Rocker at 60 pitches. Really long first inning. Though he gave up a run last inning, it wasn't nearly as long as the first. The 1-2. Swing. Oh, just got a piece of it. Stay alive. Pops out of the glove at the very last second. And he'll live to tell the tale. It's 1-2. 1-2 count. That ball just spun out of the glove of Heim at the very last moment. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 2 down. His third strikeout of the day. Two up, 2 down here in the third, and Austin Riley trying to get off the schneid. First pitch on the way to Riley is down and in. It's 1-0. Riley struck out swinging his first time up. Batting .271, 14 home runs, 48 RBI, the 1-0. Swing and a miss at the slider. It's 1-1. 1-1 count. Comes set, brings it. just misses outside. 94-mile-an-hour fastball. 2-1. The 2-1. Flips it up there, swing and a miss. Same type of pitch that he swung at on a 3-1 with the bases loaded his first time up. A pitch inside under his hands. He's just, you can just see the rust. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Riley tosses his bat, slams his helmet. Well, that's on you, buddy. You swung at a couple pitches that were nowhere near the zone. We'll be back in a flash. Braves tied with the Rangers 2-2.
There's only 6 people on earth that care how much you weigh. That'll be the pallbearers at your funeral. Anything else is just talk.
I told him I didn't want to get a certain vehicle because of the amount of gas I would have to spend. It cost like $80
to fill it up.
Fill it up. And he said, then you said,
when it gets to half, then you put $20, you bring it back to full.
Yeah. But if I keep doing, I would have to stop more often and still spend 80.
No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't.
Why?
You're complaining about when it gets to 0, you spend 80, right? When it gets to half, you put 20. Then when it get back to half, you put 20.
Yeah, but I'll keep stopping, putting 20 in, and it'll equal 80.
Half of 80 is 40. But no, listen to what I'm saying.
I am. So if I every day, if I just
no, you ain't gonna have to put gas in every day. Don't play me right now.
I'm not playing.
Don't play with me right now.
So in 2003, it comes to an end in Atlanta, and he actually goes back to the Cubs.
Hitting ninth and pitching for your Chicago Cubs, number 31, Greg Maddux.
I thought it'd be cool to go back and retire where I started. And I got offered a contract that time.
Maddux, oh, what a play! A miraculous grab to Rob Redmond. Oh, man. Complete game shutout for Greg Maddux. He's 3 wins away from 300 in his career.
It was never a goal till you get close to it.
Maddux, 38 years old, 299 victories. And if he wins today, he will become the 22nd Major League pitcher to reach 300 victories.
It's obviously a special number for pitchers. And, you know, to be able to do it, yeah, it's pretty cool.
The 22nd pitcher in the history of baseball to collect 300 wins in a career. Congratulations, Greg Maddux.
Please like and subscribe today. Braves Country Radio. First pitch on the way from Grant Holmes is a swing and a miss to the leadoff hitter in the lineup of tonight for the Rangers. Got Smith. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Josh Smith takes it down and in. It's 1-1. Smith, who was the first baseman last night, the designated hitter tonight. 1-1 count. Swing, chops it foul. 1-2. I don't know if y'all caught it, and I didn't listen to the whole thing. I watched till the point until it got to where he leaves Atlanta. But there is a new documentary out for Freddie Freeman on the MLB Network. The 1-2 chops it over to first. Olsen flips it to Holmes. 1 down. And the way they spun how Freddie Freeman ended up in Atlanta, that was immediately when I had to change the channel. I'm like, this is revisionist history if I've ever seen it. Because we all know the tears that came from Freddie Freeman and all that, and they're sitting there telling you that once Matt Olson was traded for by the Braves, that's when all of a sudden the Dodgers popped up. Like, what are you talking about? Slider down and in to Seager. Fouls it straight back. It's 0-1. We already know that's a lie, Freddie. Him and his agent in there lying their cans off. The 0-1. Up top misses 1-1. 1-1 count. Israel says Riley needs to go back to the IL. I would say that's true, but Nacho Alvarez was much worse. The 1-1 off the plate, 2-1. Nacho wasn't hitting, but he was making up for it by kicking the ball over the infield. The 2-1 count. Swing, fouls it away, 2-2. Since they weren't in any kind of rush because the Braves have fallen out of the race at this point, it's a little strange he didn't get a quick rehab assignment to get his swing back after being off for 2 weeks. The 2-2. Outside wide, full count. The payoff pitch. Swing, hammers it through the hole. He'll get it through over to right field, and it's a 1-out single for the Rangers. Seager, a worm burner on the right side in the 4-3 hole. One on, 1 out. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch on the way. Swing, fouls it away. It's 0-1. For the foreseeable future, they're going to have... They don't really have any bullpen games right now per se, but they turn into them because the starting pitching is terrible because of the injuries. The 0-1. Swing, rifles it back, foul 0-2. But for the foreseeable future, meaning before the trade deadline, what you see is what you get. And then at the trade deadline, I do think there's going to be, I'm excited for, especially when you got to realize when the rosters expand in September is the 0-2. Inside, got him. That ball smoked Simeon. See where it got him, up and in. He is on the ground. I don't know if that actually got him in the head or if his helmet came off. You see him writhing around there in pain. They've yet to show a replay on either one of the cams. I'd say it probably, the ball may have gotten him in the head. He went down and his helmet flew off. He's levitating on the 3D, not to make fun of his actual injury. I just looked over at the 3D and he was levitating in the air. That did not happen. Most of the things you see are happening on the field. He did not levitate in the air. He must have gotten clocked because he's trying to get his eyes out. I feel like you got to take him out of the game because he almost looks like he might be concussed. The movement you see on that player right there, that's actually a coach that was over him, and now he's getting up. I got to see that play again, because if he got hit in the head and the way he was opening his eyes like he'd just woken up, you can't leave the guy in the game. Kranitz went out there to talk to Holmes, basically to calm him down. Here finally is the replay. I think it might have gotten him in the ear hole. Really close. Here comes the uptight replay. Yeah, it got him in the side of the head. If it wasn't for that ear hole, that thing's going to smack him in the jaw. And you could tell it did a number on Grant Holmes as well because he feels guilty. He's going to have to buckle down because last thing you do is going to be in between your own ears while you're throwing the ball again. You owe it to the next guy at the plate to be locked in. I just can't believe they're not bringing him out of the game. This is asinine. They have him over at the doctor is talking to him, one of the trainers. They don't have it like they do in football where there's an independent doctor that comes in and talks to him. That guy's on the Texas Rangers payroll. In the NFL, you have an independent guy that goes in, guy or gal that goes in and looks at him, so that they can't play any funny games. But he keeps rubbing his cheek, and his eyes are popping open. I just don't see how he's not in some kind of concussion, at least in danger of a concussion protocol when you take the guy out of the game. They pay that guy a lot of money to be taking that risk. First pitch on the way is a four-seam fastball to Adolis Garcia. It's 0-1. Go ahead and pull the camera back so you can see the action on the base pass. First and second, one out, the 1-0, down and away, 2-0. Two-0 count. Bottom of the third, first and second, one out. Braves 2, Rangers 2. The pitch in the dirt goes to the backstop, and both runners will scoot up to second and third base from first and second. And I'm telling you right now, Grant Holmes is in between his own ears. They may have to get someone warmed up in the bullpen because Grant Holmes is out of it. Righty-righty matchup, the 3-0 count. Swing, slices it foul down the line, just misses pay dirt. It's 3-1. That ball's a little bit to the left. That's 2 runs. Braves have pulled the infield in. I don't know about this logic. You bring the infield in, that can cost you 2 runs. And you're tied at the moment. 3-1 count. Pitch on the way. Right there on the outer edge. Cutter. Full count. Seager is at third. He's got pretty good speed. Simeon at second. The payoff pitch. Swing, rips it, and the infield being drawn in will cost the Braves 2 runs. So the analytical department once again coughs up 2, and the Braves trail 4-2. It's a soft line drive that if the defense is back, he's there for it. Instead, their toes were right there on the grass, and it just goes over the head of Nick Allen. Just doesn't make a ton of sense to have that there, because even if it was a ground ball that scored the runner at third, as the first pitch on the way is right there at the knees, it's 1-1. You get the 2 outs, you'd have a runner at third or second depending on where the ball was. You'd be trailing by 1 and you stay out of the big inning. Now you're down by 2 with 1 on and 1 out, and the merry-go-round continues. The 0-1 outside wide, 1-1. One count. Righty-lefty matchup. Carter, who hit a triple his last time up. The 1-1, swing and a miss, 1-2. One-two pitch in the dirt. Did he go around? They check down the line. They're going to say that he did not. 2-2. They've been doing this for 2, 3, 4 years now, and it rarely works out. The pulling the infield in those situations. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down. Just the second strikeout of the night for Grant Holmes. Wyatt Langford, the batter, he's 0 for 1. First pitch swinging, hammers it towards center, drifting back. He'll make the catch well before the warning track is Michael Harris II, but not before the Rangers get a couple on the board. They take a 2-run lead. We'll be back in a flash.
Stop acting like a hood rat and bring your ass home. You been gone for 3 damn days, 4 days, like you don't care nothing about nobody. Like you don't exist no more. So get your ass home, because I had cooked neck bone, I had cooked ham hock and pinto bean and buttermilk cornbread yesterday, waiting on you to bring your ass home. You out running around with your hood rat ass buddies.
Newsflash, communists. Here in America, we catch fish, okay? Man, out there in London, England, you can't even wipe your ass without the king telling you what to do. Sorry, England, but in America, we like to live in nature, okay? We like to fish and live off the land like the founding fathers intended, man. This is what George Washington and Lewis and Clark had in mind when they invented this world, okay? Sorry, but this is the land of the free, baby. This is the home of the brave. So next time you talk about communist England and having a king, try to remember what it's like to catch a fish for once in your life. Come on, man.
That was the first and only Game 7 I've ever attended in person. I don't know how to describe it, but there's just a palpable sense of urgency, nervousness, anxiety, excitement, and that's from the fans. I mean, I can't even imagine being on the field.
A capacity crowd here at Busch Stadium on a cool, crisp evening.
The energy that people bring to the ballpark, we knew that we were in Game 7 and we had a chance to win it all. That was a special day.
You play a whole season, the championship series, and you come down, the two teams have their two best pitchers working. It's just perfect. Starting pitchers, Pete Vukovich for Milwaukee, Joaquin Andujar, sore knee and all, for the St. Louis Cardinals.
Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Braves trail 4-2. We'll grab the bats. First pitch on the way to Ozzie Albies is right there for a strike from Kumar Rocker. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires down and in 1-1. They handed, so when they came back from break, the video or the shot they showed was Grant Holmes in the dugout looking at the iPad. They handed it to him to see what went wrong in the last inning, right? Is the 1-1. Swing, chops it foul. 22. And all I can think of is Grant Holmes going, I know what went wrong. You pulled the damn defense in on me. So a little soft line drive turns into 2 runs. Hell, I know what went wrong. You don't have to hand this to me. The 1-2. Down and in, 2-2. Yeah, that's what it's here for, Israel. It's what we're all here for to live through this pain together. The 2-2, down and in, 3-2. That's why we call it Group Therapy Watch Party. The payoff pitch coming for Rocker. By the way, he's at 72 pitches. He can't be too long for this game. If the Braves can put together a decently long inning, they'll have to go to the bullpen early. The payoff pitch, up top, misses, ball 4. So Ozzie Albies, he might be getting into a little bit of a groove. I'm not going to go crazy and say he's back by any means. But RBI single, a walk. He still shouldn't be hitting above Ozuna, but he's starting to come around a little bit. You're starting to see Harris come around just a little bit. I got to see it for 2 or 3 weeks before I go crazy. First pitch on the way to Ozuna is outside wide for a ball. It's 1-0. And it's been a while since we've been in this position, Braves Country, but just remember something. You can build off momentum on how you end the season. We have officially 60 games left starting tonight. This is the 60 and counting down. Is the 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1-1. This is the 103rd game of the year. We have 60 games left. And you'd like to see them playing good baseball as the season comes to a close, along with we're going to get a chance to see some young guys we didn't think we were going to get to see at the beginning of the year. The 1-1. Runner goes. Here's the throw down to second, and Ozzie Albies, he's doing it, baby. He steals second. I think I saw the screen delay a bit during the last half inning, so we're going to go ahead and reload the screen for you real quick because that was extremely far behind. First pitch on the way to Marcell Ozuna off that stolen base is swung on and fouled straight back. It's 1-2. So a 1-2 count. Ozzie at second. Nobody out. We bring you back into the fold. The 1-2 in the dirt. Ball gets away just a little bit, not far enough for Ozzie to take off. He'll stay at second. We can cut this to a 1-run lead. Yeah, I'm not always paying attention to it, y'all, so sometimes you have to holler at me and let me know that it's lagged that far. Sometimes it can't be controlled because it's all up to the device that we're using it off of. The 2-2. Swing, chops it. That's a slow roller down the third base line. Anybody with good speed is going to get an infield single. Well, that's not Marcell Ozuna. Rocker fires the pitch down to first, and it is a 1-3 putout, one away. The only guy slower on this field today is the guy that caught the ball, Rowdy Tellez. I'll tell you what, give Marcell Ozuna credit. He was hustling, but he was out by about half a step. He's moving those Fred Flintstone legs as fast as he could. They just weren't going fast enough. Michael Harris II has a chance to get himself an RBI here. Infield back and to the right, willing to give up the run. Hint, hint, Braves. First pitch on the way. Swing, fouls it back. It's 1-1. The 0-1. Pre-game, they had side-by-side showing Snicker and Bruce Bochy, the manager of the Rangers, their career stats. It's just like, why are y'all doing this? The 0-1. Swing, chops it foul. It's 0-2. They both have 6 division titles. Bruce Bochy has 4 World Series championships. And you're just like, man, it's just another reminder that 2021, we caught lightning in a bottle. Bruce Bochy, man, he's it. The 0-2, swing, fouls it away. Those of y'all who may not be big-time baseball fans, you might only follow the Braves, whatever. Bruce Bochy is kind of like he's the baseball version of what Bill Belichick was. The 0-2 count. Swing, chops it foul, will do it again. Now, granted, it took him a long time to get his first World Series ring. He got it in 2010. And I think about that time, this is his 28th year of managing, so he's probably at that time about halfway through his career. But he was managing some really bad baseball teams the first part of his career. The 0-2 count. Pitch on the way to Harris. Swing. Hammers that down the line. We'll do it again. Just need to get a fly ball or a grounder up the middle. Pretty much anything, if it doesn't go right to third base, you're going to be okay. The 0-2 count. Rocker, his 85th pitch of the evening, brings it. Swing, lifts it into left center field. That's going to get down where the green grass grows. Off the wall. Did that jump the fence? Either way, Ozzie Albies will score. And either way, Michael Harris II is halfway to a cycle with a double, an RBI double at that. Let's go.
What they know about that?
God bless you, Mike. Keep your game tight.
Never know. You know what I'm saying? I got a little razzle dazzle.
109 miles an hour off the bat. We get pay dirt and cut this lead in half. It's 4-3. Yeah, that ball did hit off the... It's a weirdly shaped outfield out there, and just above the wall, there's another wall on top of it before you go into the fans, and that's where it hit. So it went over the wall, it went out of play, but it bounced back in. So a grounds rule double. And the Braves trail by only one, and good speed out at second base. Nick Allen, your batter. He's overdue. First pitch on the way is a slider inside. Little Nicky, you got to lean in on that one, baby. Take one for the team. It's 1-0. Good night, Irene, man. He threw his soft stuff. You need to let that hit your belt and head on down to first. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. 95 right down the track. It's 1-1. Braves 3, Rangers 4. We're just here in the fourth inning. Long way to go in this one. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Chased a slider in the dirt. 1-2. 1-2 count. Jacob Latz is warming up in the pen. We saw him last night, the southpaw for the Rangers. The 1-2. Swing. Fists it back out of play. We'll do it again. Jurickson Profar stands on deck. Michael Harris II stands on second, representing the tying run. The 1-2, caught, looking, punched out. Backwards K, 2 down. Once again, when you get a slow looping slider in there on you the first pitch, Nick, you got to lean into that, my guy. Much different outlook if you got first and second with 1 out in the top of the order as opposed to 2 outs. Profar, see if he can come through with a base hit. First pitch on the way. Down below the knees, went with the cutter. It's 1-0. One thing's for sure, the Braves have put a long inning, along with getting a run to Rocker. There's a very good chance this may be his last batter, no matter what happens. The 1-0, down and in, 2-0. They check down the line. Third base umpire Brian Honora says no dice. 2-0. You got the left-handed bat, the dangerous left-handed bat of Matt Olson standing on deck, and they've got a southpaw warming up in the pen, and he is ready. The 2-0 from Rocker. Outside wide, 3-0. So a 3-0 count. One for one with a run, an RBI, and a stolen base is Profar. The 3-0 pitch. Right down Main Street. Top shelf for a strike. It's 3-1. Smart take by Profar. Rocker about to throw his 95th pitch, and he's in the fourth inning. Woof. The 3-1. Swing, lifts it. High into right center field. Coming over, making the catch is the center fielder Carter, and that'll end the inning. But not for your Atlanta Braves. Put one on the board. They cut it to a 1-run lead. Here in Braves country, we got us a ball game.
People will comment on my videos, and they're like, how are you so good at giving just a dead blank stare? Honey, I'm on Prozac. I don't feel anymore.
Pull up your calendar so we can see a time that works best for everybody next week.
Okay, next week I know I don't have a lot of, I don't have a lot of bandwidth.
Okay, well, you know what? Nobody does, because the holidays are coming up and you need to make time, so.
Amanda, it looks like everyone is free on Wednesday, but Brian has a Manny and Petty with Miguel.
Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry, Brian, do you not start your workday until 10 a.m.? Okay, you know what, you guys, I don't have time for this. Callie, I need you to take over. I need you to set up a time on my calendar and just toss it up there. I have to go. Goodbye.
Okay, listen. I refuse to let you two bring me down.
Okay, well, I'm not missing my mani-pedi with Miguel again, so...
You know why a hand can never be 12 inches?
Because of how tall you are?
No, because then it would be a foot.
What do you call a lesbian with braces? A box cutter?
Wins his 300th game and then, goes to LA and, pitches okay. But what I always liked about the later years in LA, San Diego, is I think he seemed to be having a good time.
Yeah, it was fun. I mean, it was, I was old and washed up, and, my kids were getting older, and being in Vegas, I wanted to play somewhere close to home.
Greg Maddux, the professor, is on the mound facing his former team.
Andrew Jones, he said, "You're rooting for him, ain't you?" I said, "I hope we win 1-0 and he gets a no decision."
I think I was 3 for 9 in my 9 at-bats, and I remember pretty much all 3 of them.
And it's hit in the air to right field. It's going to fall in for a base hit. Giles has to play it on a hop, and Chipper aboard with a leadoff single to start things here in the 6th inning.
Stole the first 2 times I got on base, and he walks behind the mound. He goes, "If you steal third, I'm doming you the next time up." So I didn't steal third.
Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. Atlanta Braves trail this one 4-3. Rowdy Tellez takes the first pitch for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1 swung on. Chop foul. It's 0-2. 0-2 count. I'm curious to see what they say Rowdy Tellez is listed at. I got my guesses, but what did they say he is? 6'4", 270. My Patukas. The 0-2 down and in, 1-2. If he is 6'4", that dude is 325 if he's a pound. The 1-2 count. Swing, slaps it over towards left field, just past the glove of Riley. They had a huge shift on. And a leadoff single to start the inning. Riddle me this, Batman. If you're going to have a shift on a slow bat like Rowdy Tellez, why are you throwing a fastball on the outer part of the plate? Because that's where they were aiming for. That wasn't a mistake. That makes 0 sense. The only way he's going to contact that ball is to hit it to the left side of the infield. First pitch swinging, and that ball's going to get dumped down into center field, and Tellez goes to second. And they've got runners at first and second and nobody out. So first and second, nobody out. The only good news is you've got a really slow runner at second base. But you have speed. As the first pitch on the way is outside wide for a ball to Jonah Heim. It's 1-0. You've got speed coming around the corner, so it'd be good to try to get a double play here. The infield's back into the right. 1-0 outside wide, 2-0. 2-0 count. Braves trail 4-3. The 2-0. Slider right there. 2-1. The 2-1 from Holmes, his 72nd pitch of the night. Swing, chops that foul, 2-2. Double play would be huge here. If you hit one up the middle, I'm going to even take the chance that I can turn those two as the 2-2. Swing, chops it over to second. Ozzy's only play, slow roller, is to first, one away. But what I was going to say is a lot of times guys will go straight to the lead base because they don't want to give up that run. But with Tellez running, he's not as much of a threat. And the Braves are bringing the infield defense in once again, and this is really stupid. They are bringing the infield all the way in with Tellez at third base, who runs like a snail. First pitch on the way is a slider down and in. It's 1-0. I mean, why in the world are you bringing the infield in with Tellez? Halfway, I can live with that. The 1-0. Swing, chops it back to the mound. Good play by Grant Holmes. Quick like a cat, looks back the runner, flips it to first, 2 down. So they're fortunate that didn't come back to bite them. If that ball gets past Grant Holmes, it's going to sneak through the infield for a base hit and 2 runs. Good defensive play. High chopper really helped out Holmes on that one. They're going to go ahead and walk. The base is loaded. They want no part of Corey Seager, so that'll bring Simeon to the plate, who last time got hit in the head. Now, is that still in the back of Holmes' mind? Is he going to be seeing shadows up here? First pitch on the way, swing and a miss slider, it's on 1. I understand the philosophy, but it's not like Simeon's chopped liver. Big spot here in the game. Braves trail by 1. Bases loaded, 2 outs. The 0-1. Check swing. Did he go around? They didn't check down the line. I don't know why. It's 1-1. 1-1 count. Pitch on the way. Swing. Chops that foul. 1-2. Grant Holmes only 2 strikeouts tonight. This would be a great spot for number 3. His strikeout numbers have really dipped down the last few outings. His ERA is climbing north because of it. The 1-2. Down and away. Curveball 2-2. You really can't nibble. Holmes and Baldwin are up there trying to nibble around, but you play cute, next thing you know, you're going to walk in a run, not to mention one more ball and you're going to have the runners on the go. The payoff pitch in the dirt, another nibbler, full count. So they've backed themselves into this own corner. It's a little bit of inexperience by the rookie Drake back there. But Holmes has the right to shake him off. The payoff pitch, runners go. Swing, hammered up the middle, off of Grant Holmes' arm, and that ball's going to get thrown over to first, and it's a 4-3 put out, and that'll end the inning. Simeon says, "You're going to hit me, I'm going to hit you." But Ozzie Albies gets the rebound. We'll be back in a flash.
All I want is a chubby girl with tattoos that likes to get weird, eat tacos, and be called pretty. Come on, is that too much to ask for?
Quick, hurry, name a power hitter no one ever talks about. I'll start, Ralph Kiner. He was the first rookie in 40 years to lead the league in home runs when he hit 23 in 1946. For 7 consecutive seasons, he won or shared the National League home run title. He led or tied the big leagues in home runs for 1946 and 1952. When he hit home runs, he hit them in bunches. In one stretch in 1947, he hit 7 home runs in 4 games, and then followed it up with another 8 in 4 games a month later. 2 years later, he became the first player to hit home runs in 4 consecutive plate appearances twice. That same year, he became the first National League player to hit 50 or more home runs during a season more than once. He finished in the top 10 in MVP voting from 1947 to 1952, despite the Pirates never finishing higher than 6. He'd once have the records for fastest player to hit 100, 200, and 300 career home runs. The 6-time All-Star still ranks 6th all-time with a home run in every 14.1 at-bats. Unfortunately, his career was cut short due to back problems, but that didn't stop him from averaging 37 home runs and 102 RBIs over his 10-year career. Now it's your turn. Who is the best power hitter you never hear about?
Normalize dreaming small, real small. I can remember one of the New York papers running a photograph of Mantle with an arrow and a medical explanation pointing to every place in his body where he had been injured. But the remarkable thing was, in spite of all that, he still was having those 300 seasons and those 40 home run years.
He did it all, and he did it all on a bad leg.
As Mickey went, so went the Yankee. And when they needed him, he was there, even if he had to play with his legs taped from ankle to hip.
It was like he just ignored the injuries. They could slow him down, but they couldn't stop him at all. He was still doing heroic things.
As 1961 started, Whitey and Mickey did their best to carry the Yanks, with Ford off to a strong start and Mantle hitting 9 homers in the season's first 18 games.
There's one.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, ball came shattering off of Grant Holmes. And it's kind of funny because the guy that hit him with the batted ball was the guy that got hit in the head. And the ball just luckily went straight to Ozzie Albies with just enough time to get Simeon at first. Simeon has good speed, so it's not like he was throwing a tortoise out there at first. First pitch on the way to Matt Olson is right there for a strike. It's 0-1. Lefty-lefty matchup. The 0-1 down and away. 1-1. 1-1 count. Jacob Blatt's the pitcher, excuse me. 1-1, swing and a miss. 1-2. Kicks and fires. Outside wide, 2-2. I guess if you've been with the baseball team long enough, you know you're going to have bad years and you know how to ride them out. But I would rather be a Braves fan with losses after losses as a 2-2. Swing, fouls it away, we'll do it again. Than to just jump to another contender and watch them win. There's something about, because when it finally all comes together like it did in 2021, it's worth the ride. The 2-2 count brings it down and in, 3-2. And the good news for this organization, they're not going to be down for long. This has got to do a lot with the payoff pitch, swing, fouls it back, we'll do it again. A lot of injuries in starting pitching. That's obviously number one, but then again, the offense was just horrific. A couple of guys having really bad years, and it kind of fed off each other. There's a lot of circumstances. When you look at it from a 30,000-foot view, you kind of understand why it went that way. The payoff pitch, down and away, ball 4, and Matt Olson will head on down to first. I look at it as a small thing.
This is not watered down. This is Ice House. Ice House. Smooth as it gets.
If those guys can go out there and play every day, I think I can root them on. They're doing the heavy lifting, right? Ronald Acuna Jr., the player, the man, the myth, the legend, pops one up. Are you kidding me? Can of corn, and you don't see many of these. That was a can of corn into center field. That thing went straight up the chute. Center fielder Carter had a long way to go, but had plenty of time to get there. Gets underneath it for out number 1. That's the second time he has popped one up tonight. It looks like they got the roof open, which is a surprise. First pitch on the way to Drake Baldwin. That ball's hammered down the right field line. That's going to get down where the green grass grows. Here comes Baldwin heading to second. Matt Olson, he is going to be held up at third this time, and the Drake rakes into right field.
You don't like the Drake?
I love the Drake.
How could you not like the Drake?
Who's the Drake?
The Drake is good.
Man, that was a nice hit by Drake Baldwin. It just got past the glove of Tellez. Tellez knocked it. He touched it with his glove, but all he did was kind of tag it a bit, and it knocked it a little further in direction. Didn't really have much of a difference in the actual play. I'd say if Smith was playing first like he was last night, he's going to knock that down. First pitch on the way is high and out of the zone. Change up to Austin Riley. It's 1-0. Riley 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. He's got a chance to tie the game up with a fly ball or do even better. Looks like they've got a right-hander warming up in the bullpen of the Texas Rangers. It looks like a Philadelphia Philly. He looks like Captain Caveman out there. The 1-0, outside wide, 2-0. Trying to figure out who that is. His hat fell off, and there was I don't think that's John Gray. That might have been John Gray, though. 2-0 count. Here's the biggest shock that I saw when I was going through some rosters today. So we all know that Luke Jackson got DFA'd the other day. 2-0 outside wide. 3-0. 3-0 count. Did y'all see where Luke Jackson ended up at? He's in Detroit. Why do you pick up Luke Jackson if you're actually trying to do something, Detroit? Don't let him in your games. The 3-0 pitch. Swing, fouls it straight back. 3-1. He might be someone they're just using as a long man until they make a trade at the deadline and then cut him loose. But beware, Tigers fans. The 3-1 count. Swing and a miss. Chase the changeup down and away. Full count. Third time tonight that he has swung at ball 4. Full count. Lats come set. The pitch. Down and in. Ball 4. So finally the rake comes through with a walk. I know he's got rust.
You're my boy, Blue! Blue, you're my boy!
Mike Maddox, the pitching coach, he has his hand on the receiver, but it looks like they're going to let Latz pitch to Ozzie, this time from the right side. That is John Gray warming up in the bullpen. Lefty-righty matchup, first pitch swinging, fouls it into the night. Several rows over the first base dugout. It's 0-1. That was a bad swing by Ozzie, by the way. Big looping swing cutting down. We'll pull the screen back so you can see if there's any movement on the base paths. Bases loaded. Pitch up top, misses high. 1-1. Kind of gotten out of the habit of this. Ducks all over the pond. The 1-1. Outside wide, ball 2, 2-1. So a 2-1 count. Marcell Ozuna stands on deck. I don't think there's any way that Lat sees him. The 2-1. Swing, rips it over to third, and this is going to be a double play. He steps on the bag. Ozzie bangs into a double play. 5-3 on the putout, and you got to be kidding me. We'll be back in a flash. Braves trail by only 1 versus Texas.
Getting oral sex by an ugly person is like bungee jumping. You know it's going to be fun, but for sake, don't look down.
I cannot stand hanging out with his Ivy League friends.
Oh, they're the worst.
They're not bad.
They are the
Are you
worst.
kidding me? Debbie can't go 2 minutes without talking about Columbia University and the little guy with the lazy eye from Harvard.
Brown.
Whatever. Honestly, I wish that tart would go back to Columbia and take her weird little brown friend with her. So when I said brown people, I wasn't talking about your brown people. I was talking about people who go to a university. not your people. Not that your people couldn't go to college. Okay, now I'm hearing myself say your people a lot, so.
You need to relax. You explained.
Not very well.
I'm looking for somebody tall, dark, and handsome, preferably with teeth and a little bit of hair. A family man, a businessman, whatever, a conscious man.
Somebody recently asked me what I wish someone would have told me when I was in my 20s, and I think this spans across all industries. Sometimes you gotta reach your dreams to find out that they're appalling, repulsive, disgusting. I gotta get the out of here, and that's okay.
They proved just what Ralph wanted, that they could carry a ball club, that if the team wasn't hitting or playing good defense or running the baseball, Whitey would keep in the ball game. We were down by a couple of runs or tie late. Mickey would come out and win the ball game with his bat.
But as brilliant as Mantle and Ford were, the rest of the Yankees were struggling. In late May, the team was in 4th place, barely above 500. And as the legendary Bronx Bombers struggled to get back on track, they faced more competition than ever. As with expansion, baseballs were flying out of the park at a rocketing rate.
1961 was a great offensive year, like all expansion years are, because you have at least 10 pitchers in the big leagues that probably aren't big league pitchers.
Your home for the classic call, Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back to Braves Country Radio. First pitch on the way. Dane Dunning coming in. Misses out of the zone. It's 1-0, so that's it for Grant Holmes. Righty-righty matchup. Grant Holmes, 4 innings, 4 runs, 6 hits, 2 walks and 2 strikeouts. 1-1 misses, 2-1. 2-1 count. Right there for a strike, 2-2. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Slider gets him, strike 3. Dane Dunning, of course, coming back to his old stomping grounds. We got him from the Rangers about a week or so ago. Gave up Ruiz, which I don't know why they wanted him, but a lot of Ranger fans said the same thing about Dunning. But Dunning's ERA is at least manageable. As the first pitch on the way as a cutter popped up down the third base side. Austin Riley does what he does best. Right up against the wall, grabbing the out for a quick out, number 2. He does that about as good as any third baseman there is, of being able to feel his way over there. It's got to be preparation, because it's not like he's used to playing in this stadium. He must take a ton of fly balls getting used to where all the confines are. The 0-1 pitch is a cutter outside. It's 1-1. 1-1 count. Wyatt Langford, the batter, he's 0 for 2. The pitch, swing, chops it foul, 1-2. One, 2. 85 at the knees. Caught, looking strike 3. He got caught watching the paint dry. Change up right there on the cut. When we come back, we're only down by 1. I know it feels a lot worse. Ozuna leads us off with a home run when we return.
I wish people would stop complimenting me on my eyeshadow. I'm not wearing any, and I think you know that. This shade of purple is all my own. I was born this tired, baby. I was born a tired baby.
First, I want to say this is not a hot take. So this is not me just being blah, 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 screaming about something I don't believe in. The Whitney Houston Super Bowl national anthem, which is considered arguably the greatest national anthem of all time, is bull. And what I mean is she sang it before the Super Bowl when the Bills played the Giants, I think in 91. But she had recorded it the night or day before. So she was singing over her own recorded national anthem on a dead mic, which means she wasn't actually singing live when she sang it. For years and decades, everyone says greatest national anthem, Whitney Houston, Super Bowl. Oh my God, Whitney Houston, the queen of pop. But she wasn't singing. And I just think if you compare it to like Marvin Gaye and the inventiveness of his anthem before the All-Star game in LA, it's not even close because he actually sang that live. And I love Whitney Houston.
Hi y'all, it's time for Appalachian Word of the Day. The word of the day is Boyardee. Boyardee's fried chicken legs good.
In Minnesota, Harmon Killebrew was crushing the ball, as was Jim Gentile in Baltimore, who even hit 2 grand slams in one game. Meanwhile, in Detroit, Rocky Colavito and Norm Cash were both launching tape measure shots. Teaming up with the always dangerous Al Kaline, the Tigers scored runs in bunches and took over first place.
The Motor City men currently lead the American League Pack by 3.5 games.
If the Yankees were going to pass them, Mantle was going to need help from a fellow slugger. And as the season wore on, that slugger would give his superstar teammate more than anyone could have imagined.
You're listening to Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back to Braves Country Radio. John Gray will come on. Yeah, I think we talked about this last night, 50-22. It's the first pitch on the way. Is a slider up top, 87 miles an hour to Marcell Ozuna. It's 0-1. I think in a perfect world, they'd love to put Raylo back into the rotation. But the question is going to be, is the 0-1 swing, lifts it into right field, lazy fly ball. That'll be an easy out, one down. Biggest question is going to be going into next season is when is Raylo going to be ready, and do they think they can put that many innings on his arm again? Because there's already a lost year here. You signed him to a 4-year deal. You'd rather get 2 years out of him as opposed to just one more and you got to shut him down again. First pitch on the way to Harris is 95 at the knees. It's 0-1. And he's got the kind of stuff that could absolutely translate as a closer. The 1-0. Way outside the zone, 2-0. Michael Harris halfway to a cycle. He's 2 for 2 with a triple and a double. The 2-0. Swing, lifts it. High and deep. Into center field. Going back on the track. Zip, boom, bam, it's gone! Ram-a-lam-a ding-dong. A solo shot in your Atlanta Braves. Have tied this one up. Holy Toledo! His 9th home run of the year, 49th RBI, 422 happy feet later.
Use your eyes. This ain't for play. I don't do this for fun. Might want to shave. Might want to shave somebody else. Never know.
And once again, he is now just a single away from the cycle. Don't go anywhere. First pitch on the way is a 4-seam fastball off the plate to Nick Allen. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Swing, fouls it off. It's 1-1. It's not very likely that Lopez comes back this year. He had shoulder surgery about a little less than a month ago. So they haven't said it for sure, but he's done. The 1-1. Swing, pops it up. Can of corn. Braves ought to just get a corn sponsor. Jolly Green Giant or something. 2 down here in the top of the 6th. 2 down. And that'll bring Jerickson Profar to the plate. Profar takes the first pitch off the edge. It's 1-0. I mean, seriously, you can make money off that if you're the Braves. And this can of corn brought to you by the Jolly Green Giant. The 1-0. Swing, pops it up. This can of corn brought to you by the Jolly Green Giant. That'll end the inning. Over, we'll call that F6 in your scorecard, but not for your Atlanta Braves. Put another one on the board. It's 4-4. We got us a game in Texas.
I need some meat, guy. The I'm gonna do it to rabbits. What's not clicking, berry picker? Go get me a moose right now.
Hey, Braves Country. This is Mac McGee with Braves Country Radio. We are bringing you pitch by pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves all year long. Please like and subscribe today. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
I just saw a meme that said, "Who are you calling if somebody puts their hands on you?" And I was like, who am I calling? What do you mean, who are you calling? An ambulance for you. That was a bad decision.
I am absolutely not a red flag. I told you what was wrong with me. I'm a caution sign at best.
1961 may have been an expansion year in the American League, but it was the National League that was bursting with talent. This emerging group had won 8 of the previous 10 MVPs, and this season, the Pittsburgh Pirates hoped that their star, Roberto Clemente, would make it 9 out of 11.
As far as his arm, there was none better. I've seen him take a ball off the fence in right field and throw a strike either to home or third base. He could hit with power. He could drive the ball as good as anybody. He could do it all.
On his way to a batting title, Clemente would stay hot all year, but it would soon become obvious that he alone wouldn't be enough for the Pirates to repeat as champs or even compete with the National League's star-studded squads like the San Francisco Giants, whose imposing lineup featured the monstrous Willie McCovey, the 1959 NL Rookie of the Year.
Willie McCovey, stretch, ferocious, immense, powerful hitter.
And Orlando Cepeda, on his way to leading the league in homers and RBIs, gave the Giants another dangerous young slugger. And then when you included the incomparable Willie Mays, it seemed almost unfair.
He's the best player that I ever saw. You want to hit home runs, he did that. Steal bases, he did that. Throw you out, he did that. And he did it with a flair.
First pitch on the way to Rowdy Tellez to start the bottom of the 6th on a 4-4 tied ball game. It's right there for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Inside sinker. 1-1. 1-1 count. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss. 1-2. Braves led this game 2-0, then fell behind 4-2. Michael Harris, who is a single away from the cycle, just tied it up with a home run.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Yeah! 1-2 count. Tellez steps out the box, the pitch, outside wide, 2-2. The 2-2 pitch, caught looking strike 3. 90-mile-an-hour sinker on the inner cut, went away. One down. First pitch on the way, righty-righty matchup, sinker off the plate. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Swing, lifts it into center. Drifting back, making the easy catch is Harris for out number 2. Good to see you, Addison. Red Sox lead the Dodgers 4-2. That game is in the 6th. First pitch on the way. Jonah Heim, the number 9 hitter, Texas Ranger Hind catcher, takes the pitch off the plate for a ball. It's 1-0. 1-0. Swing and a miss. Cutter upstairs, 1-1. 1-1 count. Pitch on the way, popped up, back foul out of play, 1-2. One-two count, infield back and to the right. The pitch is in the dirt, 2-2. Like to see him get Heim right here and leave the top of the order to the 7th inning. Braves and Rangers are tied at 4. Michael Harris is a single away from history. The 2-2 just bangs it foul down the right field line. We'll do it again. Matt Olson will lead off the 7th, the 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. They're going to toss it down to first as the ball hit the ground, but that'll do it. The Rangers go down 1-2-3. We'll be back in a flash here in Braves country.
White people. Question. What does it feel like to be white?
Average size package, my name's easy to spell, and I get sunburned when it's cloudy outside.
Great white sharks are infesting Ireland. Well, one of them is. That's too many, though. St. Patrick, come back with your staff and tell them f*** off. It's very stressful. It feels like when there's a wasp in the room, but he wants to eat all the Irish people. The Irish have enough on their plate. We used to just have to worry about potato shortages and the English. Now we have to worry about potato shortages, the English, inflation, sharks. What's your man in North Korea at as well? I haven't heard from him in a while. He's a bit too quiet. With all this stress, it's no wonder I keep ordering takeaways I can't afford.
What are you good at?
I like eating and sleeping.
Okay, and what are you not good at?
Everything.
I got friends that are like, you got a few good videos, you gained a bunch of followers, aren't you worried about your notoriety and getting hacked? Ha! I take all of my nudes with a Polaroid, so joke's on you if you're trying to get into my iCloud, suckers.
While the Giants' stars held bats, the Dodgers' big names were on the pitching mound. Don Drysdale was a proven force on the hill. And now, the blossoming of teammate Sandy Koufax gave L.A. a pair of aces.
He was always plagued by control difficulties in the late 50s. And all of a sudden, he found his control, and he became just dominant.
Blessed with a curveball that buckled batters' knees and a fastball that could be heard but not seen, Koufax started collecting strikeout victims in bunches.
There's no question he was in a league of his own. There was just no chance. We had no chance whatsoever. He just blew us away.
Join the country club today. Help support Braves Country Radio. Join the country club today. Welcome back. First pitch on the way to Matt Olson. John Gray has swung on and sizzled foul and out of play. It's 0-1. Righty-lefty matchup. The 0-1 to Olson. Brings it. Swing, pops it up. Ever since I started talking about doing a sponsorship with a can of corn, here goes another one. F5 in your scorecard, one down. It is unbelievable. It's got to be on the scouting reports for opposing teams. Throw that ball high, they'll swing underneath it, and you'll get an easy out. I think it's fair to say the league has caught up to the Atlanta Braves since the 2023 offensive barrage. First pitch on the way to the right-handed batter, Ronald Acuna Jr. swung on and chopped foul. It's 1-1. Speaking of can of corns, Ronald has 2 of them today. The 0-1. Outside wide. Did he go around? Did he check down the line? 1-1. Cunha didn't even look down there. He didn't even. If you remember, first at bat in the game, Las Diaz called a bogus check swing call on him. He hasn't really paid him any mind since. The 1-1 swing. That ball's lifted high and deep. Going back on the track, making the catch at the wall. The left fielder, Wyatt Langford, had to leap for it. He makes the grab, 2 down. Just a foot or two longer, and the Braves would have grabbed the lead. He just got underneath that, but it really started to take off, and I thought maybe it was going to get enough to get out. Wow. So Drake Baldwin will come to the plate. So close. First pitch on the way is a 94 at the knees. It's 0-1. Righty-lefty matchup. The 0-1 swing lifts it high and deep into right field, and that's going to get knocked down at the track. Man, 2 really good swings in this inning. The Braves, Rangers, tied at 4. It's time to get up and stretch, Braves country.
All right. I can't see you. Let me hear you. A 1, a 2, a 3. Me out to the ball game. Hey, me out to the top. Find me something up and crack the jack.
Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. Dylan Lee will come on for the Braves. In a tie ball game in the bottom of the 7th, Lee trying to keep the top of the order quiet. and send it back to the Braves offense for the 8th inning. Dylan Lee. Lefty-lefty matchup to start us off. Smith, who's 0 for 3, digs in. First pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Slider. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Right there, first strike. It's 0-2. So an 0-2 count. Clean that screen up for you real quick. Make sure Willis is taking his Ambien. The 0-2. Brings it. Down and away, 1-2. 1-2 count. Pitch on the way. Slider down and away, 2-2. 30-year-old Dylan Lee, drafted by the Marlins in 2016 out of Fresno State in the 10th round. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him with the slider, down and in. 1 away. Good swing and a miss. That'll bring the left-handed bat of Corey Seager to the plate, which is probably the real reason why Lee's in. First pitch on the way is a slider up top. It's 0-1. Lee's last came into the game on Wednesday versus San Francisco prior to scoreless inning. The 0-1. Right there, first strike, swing and a miss. It's 0-2. The 0-2 count. It's had some bumpy outings of recent, but has had a good year for the Braves. The 0-2. Did he go around that? Chase him off the edge. He did not. 1-2. Right before that outing on Wednesday, he'd given up an earned run in 3 of the last 4 outings. The 1-2. Swing lifts it into right field, right into the glove of Ronald Acuna Jr. 2 down. He gave up 3 against the Angels back on July 1st. So the month of July has not been a good one for Lee. He's got an ERA north of 7. But for the 2025 season, his ERA is 2.62. First pitch on the way is changeup off the plate. It's 1-0. Keep saying, you keep reading articles and seeing all kinds of rumors. One of them is that Pierce Johnson and or Aaron Bummer could be being moved. 1-0, outside wide, 2-0. It sounds great, but then you go back to the drawing board on building your bullpen next year, and they're at pretty affordable rates. So I'm not sure if I buy into that. The 2-0 in the dirt to Simeon, 3-0. They're definitely not going to do it with Lee. They still have too many controllable years left with Lee on his contract. 3-0 count. Simeon 0 for 2. Hit by pitch right in the head. 3-0 right there. 4-seam fastball. 3-1. Simeon batting .225 with 13 home runs, 51 RBI. Texas Rangers are still flirting around near the playoff hunt. They're just on the outside looking in for the wild card. The 3-1 pops it up. High in the sky. Can of corn. Ozzy's got it. That'll end the inning. Rangers once again go down. 1, 2, 3. We'll be back in a flash. Grab the bats. We go to the 8th.
Listen, from here on out, I will only be taking apologies in the form of cash. And I'm going to call it accountability. Because I want to see it in my account.
Dad,
what do you want now?
are you Generation X?
Yes.
Do you have problems?
About as many as everybody I'd expect.
Well, when your generation has problems, you guys have a mentality of burying them and hiding them.
So what?
Do you honestly think that's a healthy way to deal with your problems?
It's better than what you do. You put it all over social media. That can't be healthy.
Well, Dad, I don't think I've ever seen you ask your buddies for help.
Why would I? They're just as up as I am. What would I go to them for? Or do you want me to go to a psychiatrist for $300 an hour where at the end of it, they just stare at me and go, what do you think the problem is?
What do you think the problem is?
Right now, it's you. You thinking you can cure Gen X's problems with your lime green paper straws and wind turbines. That's the problem.
I never said those things.
You always say that stupid all the time.
No, it's just...
What do you always run around here saying then?
Reduce, reuse, recycle.
There, that dumb thing.
Well, I mean, it can't hurt to recycle.
Yeah, it can't hurt. Get out of here.
4 days after he'd taken a batted ball to the knee, Joaquin Andujar was back on the mound, and he cruised through the first 4 innings, looking no worse for wear.
Joaquin come in after the 4th inning and said, come on, give me 1 run. Guys, we win this ball game. We win. Give me 1 run. Well, we scored a run.
Molitor can't get it. Jan will have to eat it. The run scores. 1-0 St. Louis.
Went back out, and you're throwing the ball around the infield, before the inning starts. And I said, there's your run, big boy. I think it was Ben Ogilvy hit the first pitch for a home run.
Look out. That one's hit well. Deep to right. If it's fair, it's gone, and we have a tie game.
I went back to the mound. He goes, I think we need 2.
Hey, Braves Country, I'm Mac McGee. Join us for Braves Country Radio, pitch by pitch, play by play, your home for the classic hall of Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. First pitch on the way. Austin Riley is down and away for a ball. It's 1-0. John Gray still on the bump. Thank you for the channel support there, Uncle Charlie. 1-0. Swing! Fouls it straight back. 1-1. 1-1 count. Riley's 0 for 2. He has drawn a walk. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Oof. Chased that well off the plate. 1-2. The 1-2. Swing, fist that back foul. We'll do it again. Michael Harris is a single away from the cycle, and he will see home plate one more time in this game. The 1-2. Outside wide. Strike 3. Very questionable call. It missed the outer part of the zone, but probably too close to take. 1 away. It's a good frame job by Heim, but it definitely missed the zone. That'll bring Ozzie Albies to the plate. First pitch on the way is off the plate wide. It's 1-0. Swing, fouls it back. 1-1. 1-1 count. Swing, chops that one off his instep. It's 1-2. That got a piece of Heim. He is buckled over. Going to stretch it out. Home plate umpire Mike Esterbrook is buying him some time. I think that might have gotten him right on the knee. To see it again. Got him on the knee. You wonder if I might have gotten him somewhere else just before then or right after. One, 2 count. They're not showing the replay, so that's going to be my guess. Gray looks into Ozzie. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, blew it right by him. 2 down. Ozzie Albies heads back to the bench. And that'll bring Marcelo Ozuna to the plate. If Ozuna reaches, Harris stands on deck. They would also pinch run for Ozuna unless the ball leaves the building. First pitch on the way. It swung on, chopped foul down the third base line. It's 0-1. Ozuna struck out looking. Grounded back to the pitcher. He's flown out to right. He's 0 for 3. His batting average has dropped down to 232. The 0-1. Swing. Pops it back foul, 0-2. No 2 count. Four to 4 your score. Top of the 8th. And Heim wants to go out there and talk to Gray. Heim goes back behind home plate. You got 2 outs, an 0-2 count to Ozuna. John Gray looks in and delivers. They're going to call another wide strike. Ozuna doesn't like it, but it's right there on the edge. I mean, honest engine, you got to swing the bat if you're Riley or if you're Ozuna in these situations. It's too close to take. I'm still putting that on Tim Heyer. We'll be back in a flash.
Hello again, everybody. This is Harry Carey at Wrigley Field. The wind is blowing out at 17 miles an hour. It's 46 degrees. Not exactly ideal baseball weather, but nevertheless, there will be baseball.
I think that, to be very honest with you, I do believe that we should have rightly believed, but we certainly believe that certain issues are just settled.
Is Hello Kitty a cat?
Yes.
So Hello Kitty is not a cat.
What?
She's actually a little girl, born and raised in the suburbs of London. She has a mom and dad and a twin sister, Mimi, who's also her best friend.
What the f*** are you talking about? Is Hello Kitty trying to gaslight us? She has whiskers and cat ears. Why did you just accept what she said?
Y'all, the receptionist at the dentist's office just looked at me dead in my eyes and asked me if I'm going to be available for my next appointment 6 months and 12 days from now. I don't even know what I'm doing tomorrow.
Name one thing that you should remember when practicing patience. That I am an adult and would be charged as one.
I have no idea how my statement got out.
Well, that's bull.
One team that seemed unlikely to blow the National League away was the Cincinnati Reds. The Reds hadn't won a pennant since 1940 and had finished 1960 28 games out of first place. From the outset of the 61 season, however, it was clear things were going to be very different in Cincinnati. Reds pitchers Bob Perky and Jim O'Toole started winning, and the team got an unexpected boost from a newcomer named Joey J, who had won just 9 games with the Braves the year before, as he became the unexpected ace of the staff. And if any of the pitchers did give up a dangerous blast, center fielder Vada Pinson could often be counted on to track it down.
What's up, Braves country? Looking forward to a great Atlanta Braves season. See y'all at the ballpark.
Welcome back to Braves Country Radio, Braves Country Baseball. And it'll be Pierce Johnson to come on, facing Atlas Garcia. First pitch on the way is outside wide for a ball. It's 1-0. Righty-righty matchup, the 1-0. Swing, pops it up, back behind home plate. Giving chase is Drake, but it'll bend into the crowd. Pierce Johnson. Never know when this could be his last appearance for your Atlanta Braves. Last pitched on Tuesday versus the Giants, the 1-1. High and out of the zone. 2-1. He's got a 1.08 ERA this month, a 2.35 ERA in June, a 3.86 in May, and a 3.48 in April, all tallying for a 2.7 ERA. I just don't think they're going to get rid of Pierce Johnson. He's been too reliable. The 2-1 count. Swing and a miss. 2-2. 34-year-old Pierce, drafted by the Cubs in 2012 out of Missouri State. He's from Denver, Colorado. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him with the curveball. One away. One up, one down. That'll bring the left-handed stick of Evan Carter to the plate. First pitch on the way is chopped over to first. Olson's got it. He flips it to Pierce. 2 down. You look at what the Braves have in front of them with Pierce Johnson. They have a club option that they can pick up at $7 million next year. And considering that they're taking some of these guys off the books, I just think that's a pretty good rate considering what he gives you. You look at some of these other relievers, I mean, they make some high cheese as the first pitch on the way is a curveball to Langford and so on. And he goes out there, he goes to the post every day. He's had a good year. The 0-1, swing and a miss on him too. Not saying he can't be lured away if someone blows you away with the deal, but I just don't think that's likely. GMs have become more and more prone to hold on to their assets and not give up prospects for rentals. The 0-2. Outside wide 1 and 2. We were growing up, 90s, 2000, early 2000s, whatnot. I guess it hasn't really started until like the past 7 to 10 years. Most GMs believe they wanted a proven star as the 1-2, swing and a miss, strike 3, and that'll end the inning. How about Pierce Johnson just carving up the Texas Rangers? We'll be back in a flash. Top of the 9th we go. Michael Harris going for history.
Sellout crowd tonight. Been sold out for months here. 54,000 in Tiger Stadium. The All-Star game has not been Henry Aaron's bag. Ball one, he's played in a lot of them, but he's hit only 175. He's had 10 hits, and they've all been singles. Tonight he wants his first extra base All-Star hit. A high fly ball, and it is gone in the upper deck. Henry Aaron gets his first extra base hit, his first All-Star homer.
Irish people love to explore the world and go on a little holiday, but there's a lot of things we hate when we leave our country. There's nothing worse than forking out a load of money to go to Portugal, and then all of a sudden the sun comes out in Ireland. Everybody at home is supposed to be sitting in the rain with a bad head cold, watching me on Instagram, living it up on the beach drinking pina coladas. Half the reason I paid for the holiday is so my friends feel like now they're sunning it up in Castlebar with a pint. That's my son, I want my money back. Oh, you have to try the local cuisine. Unless the local cuisine is sausages and a bit of mash, no thank you. I'm trying to enjoy myself. The last thing I need to be doing is testing how well my bowels adapt to saffron.
Hey, fellas, I just want to warn y'all to check y'all's wife's food before y'all leave the drive-thru, because if they get the order wrong, it's not their fault. It's yours.
There was no doubt who was having the greatest influence on the Reds.
Frankie was fearless, and he was an intimidator. He wanted to intimidate everybody. Frank stood right on home plate, and his elbows were right over top of home plate. But one thing about Frank, if you pounded him in, if you hit him, if you knocked him down, he was going to get up and make you pay for it.
He would take one off of the arm. You could not move him off of the plate. He just would battle you and battle you and battle you, and he would not give.
The season was just heating up, and the Reds were going to be a team to be reckoned with.
your home for the classic called Braves Country Baseball. Michael Harris, the second, digs in, first pitch on the way. Swung on and fouled straight back. It's 0-1. Sean Armstrong, the right-hander, set to face Harris, the 0-1. Swing, fifth set, back foul, 0-2. Harris is a single away from hitting for the cycle. Michael Harris tripled in the second, doubled in the fourth, and homered in the sixth. The 0-2 count. Comes set. This is high. Good take. 1-2. Could be a possibility of him having another at bat in extra innings, but let's go ahead and get this cycle knocked out of the way now. The 1-2. Swing, fouls that straight back. We'll do it again. Sean Armstrong, 6'2", 225-pounder. 34 years old. Infield back into the left. The 1-2. Swing! That ball's going to be laced to left field, and it's going to get down! It's going to get down for a base hit. Michael Harris is rounding second, heading to third, and it's going to be a leadoff triple by Harris. Unfortunately, that's not the cycle, but I'd much rather have that, baby. How about that?
What they know about that?
God bless you, Mike. Keep your game tight.
Never know. You know what I'm saying? I got a little razzle-dazzle.
If Langford plays it honestly, it's going to be a single. He was never getting to it, and he's kind of slid down in an awkward way. He should have just prevented the ball from getting behind him. But instead, he tried to go for broke. Now the infield is in. One on, nobody out. And that'll bring Sean Murphy to the plate, who's pinch hitting for Nick Allen. First pitch on the way, 94 at the knees. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Armstrong looks in, kicks and fires. Swing, fouls it back. 0-2. Jurickson Profar stands on deck. Olson is in the hole. Braves are tied with the Rangers 4-4, top of the ninth. In a seesaw affair where Michael Harris did just a notch better than the cycle. The 0-2. Swing, pops it up high and deep. That should score. Harris going back on the track, making the long out number one. Langford makes the catch, but that'll be an RBI for the Smurf.
Smurf is me. I must call an emergency meeting.
That was a towering shot.
Don't try to fool me.
Man, that is a major league deep pop fly. That got all the way to the warning track, and it damn near brought rain. So 5-4 your score, top of the ninth. Swing! That ball's belted down the right field line, but foul and out of play. Profar well in front of that one, but he hammered it. It's 0-1. Righty-lefty matchup. You got to figure Eyeglasses is warming up in the pen. We haven't seen verification of that yet. The 0-1. Out wide, 1-1. 1-1 count. That's assuming they haven't traded him during this ball game. The 1-1 swing, pops it up. Can of corn. Oh, oh, oh. The Green Giant, 2 down. You look at Iglesias. He's had a 4 ERA here in July, a 3.86 in June. May was the worst one at 6.10. First pitch on the way to Matt Olson is off the plate. For a ball, it's 1-0. He also had a bad April north of 6. He last pitched on Wednesday during the blowout loss. The 1-0 swing, fouls it back, 1-1. 1-1 count. Olson 1 for 3. You like a little more insurance here. 1-1. Brings it. Swing, chops it foul. We'll do it again. It is Iglesias warming up in the pen. They have finally peered in there. 1-2. Outside wide, 2-2. He's not just pitching tonight to win the game for the Braves. He's pitching to impress whatever suitor may want him at the deadline. And then also remember, he's a free agent at year's end. Iglesias wants to put together a good product down the stretch. The 2-2. Yaks it down the third base line, but it's foul. We'll do it again. Matt Olson singled in the first, and then it's been ground out, walk, and a pop-up. The 2-2. Outside wide, 3-2. Standing on deck is Ronald Acuna Jr., who's 0 for 4 and has really seen his batting average plummet. It sounds good to most people, but he's batting .312. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Cutter got him, top shelf. We'll head to the bottom of the ninth, clinging to a 1-run lead. Eyeglasses enters the field as the bullpen doors kick wide open.
The same people that are telling us that we can't wear skinny jeans or a side part are the same people that were eating Tide Pods and can't write in cursive.
Uncle Red's motivational quote of the day: don't trust these women out here because their profile be private and their privates be public. Y'all be good now.
Leaving, I'm unfriending, I'm blocking, I'm removing myself or people from situations that make me feel as though I am not respected or valued. My peace of mind is a priority.
I remember there was a time period in my life where I refused to download TikTok. Now look at full-blown crackhead.
But the Cards would need more than 2 as the Brewers tacked on 2 more runs off Andujar in the 6th to make it 3-1.
We're in the bottom of the 6th inning of the final game of this 82 World Series. The Brewers have broken the tie. Ozzie Smith, the batter, and it's a base hit to left. Tying run is at the plate. Lonnie Smith.
Vukovic delivers and is on shot.
Ozzie and Lonnie are in scoring position.
It's inside, and the bases are loaded for Keith Hernandez.
Hernandez comes up in the 6th inning, big situation, facing his boyhood opponent, Bob McClure. We grew up together in Pacifica, California, played against each other in Little League.
Hernandez on his birthday. All the candles are lit for him. Bases full.
That was probably the most pressurized at-bat of my life.
Into right center. Base hit. The game is tied. Two RBIs by Hernandez. It's even at 3. All on his birthday.
And George got a big hit. We just changed the momentum in our favor.
Line into right field. It's 4-3 St. Louis.
Please like and subscribe today. YouTube.com/@Braves Country. Welcome back. We are 3 defensive outs away from a win. First pitch on the way from Eyeglasses is a swing and a miss. It's 0-1. The 0-1 right there at the knees. Change up, 0-2. Rowdy Tellez, the batter. You get the 7, 8, 9 due up. If they don't pinch hit, it's Young after Tellez and then Heim. You'd love not to see the top of the order if you're Iglesias. The 0-2 kicks and fires. 94 misses high, 1-2. A 1-2 count. Swing, fouls it straight back. We'll do it again. The 1-2 from Iglesias. Swing lifts it high and deep into center field, but not deep enough. Harris will corral underneath it and get a out number 1 going here in the 9th. Braves have retired all 13 batters from the bullpen that they have faced so far. 7 strikeouts. I did not jinx that. The Braves television cast jinxed it by putting it on the screen, so I figured I'd pass it along. First pitch on the way is 93 at the knees. It's 0-1. I've been monitoring it because I've got it up in front of me what they've been doing. I always have a live box score in front of me. And you can see Holmes left with 6 hits and 4 earned runs, 2 walks and 2 Ks. What's even more impressive is there hasn't been a walk yet. The 1-1. Swing, fouled away. 1-2. Just about time everybody wants to light fire to the Braves bullpen, they go out and do something like this. Well, 1-2 count. And I still say this is not a perfect bunch they've put together this year, but they've been worn down by the lack of starting pitching. The 1-2, down and away, 2-2. 2-2 count. Brings it. Swing, chops it back, foul. Will do it again. Josh Young is 2 for 3 on the day. 2 singles, 1 in the second, 1 in the fourth. Has an RBI as well. The 2-2. Swing, chops that one, foul. Will do it again. Standing on deck is Jonah Heim. Smith in the hole. The 2-2. 94 misses high, full count. Iglesias got to buckle down here. You got a full count. Don't want to put the tying run at first. Young will step out of the box for a second, call his timeout. Red Sox are 1 out away from beating the Dodgers. They're up 4-2 in the 9th. The payoff pitch, outside, wide ball 4. So sinker just misses off the plate. And trouble brewing. Jonah Heim, catcher for the Texas Rangers, coming to the plate. Nine home runs on the year, 31 RBI, 3 stolen bases, 217 average, 615 OPS. You'd love to see a double play here to kill this rally. Iglesias going to flip it over to first to keep the runner close by. First pitch on the way. 92 on the outer black. It's 0-1. A's lead the Astros in Houston for you Texas fans. They're in the 9th. The 0-1 runner goes. He got a huge lead. He'll have the base stolen and call that a ball? That ball hit the side of the zone. I mean, he got an enormous jump. But what is even worse was the terrible umpiring. The 1-1 swing, rips it, and that is going to tie the game. Off the wall. Acuna corrals it, fires it back into the infield, but it's 5-5. A one-out double. And the Braves once again see Iglesias choke one away. He got all of that one. So the winning run is now at second. First pitch on the way is a four-seam fastball to Smith. It's 0-1. He's got way too much of the plate on that pitch. And as the 0-1 fouls it straight back, it's 0-2. Still think you can put some of the blame on that terrible call by home plate umpire Mike Estabrook. He calls that strike what it should have been. It was a strike. He just got flabbergasted and called it a ball as the 0-2 misses high 1-2. He's probably throwing a changeup on the outer edge. Instead, he came inside. The ball got ripped down the line. 1-2 count. It's a huge difference between an 0-2 count and a 1-1. The 1-2 swing. That ball's line drive into the mitt of Luke Williams, who's in for Nick Allen. He'll step on the pillow. Double play ends it, and we'll head to the 10th. Free baseball here in Braves country. 5-5 your score.
Hey, I don't know who needs to hear this, but you probably should open up that 24-pack of water bottles that's been sitting in the kitchen by the fridge and start drinking them before they go bad.
Dad?
Yeah?
When is it okay to use violence against another person?
How about anytime your idiot son comes up to you filming you with a camera? Start with that.
Dad, come on. Be for real.
I don't know. When you're getting attacked, you need to defend yourself, I guess. And what? You want me to list every situation where violence is okay to use? Can't do that. Why are you thinking of violence anyway?
Because, I get so mad at people when they attack others. It makes me want to kick down some doors.
Okay.
Well, why do you say it like that? I'm not capable of getting mad?
You're capable of getting mad. I just don't see you as the type of guy who's kicking down anybody's door.
Why not?
Well, I don't know. A few days ago, you got upset and flustered at the gas station and went into panic mode because you couldn't open up a bag of Doritos. Not very intimidating.
Dad, I can be intimidating.
Your own dog doesn't even listen to you when you're upset, so no.
Look, you didn't even need to bring up the Doritos incident.
Ugh. Later we're going to have to take one of those forced happiness family photos that come in the restaurant's tacky frame.
Yo, I talked to all 13 of your fans. They said it's okay if you lose today. Ball!
If the New York Yankees were going to make a run at a title in 1961, they would need someone to help Mickey Mantle. That someone, most all observers agreed, had to be Roger Maris. The Yankees had traded for Maris prior to the 1960 season, and he had rewarded them by winning an MVP while often protecting Mantle in the lineup.
It was the first year of Mantle and Maris together, Roger having come over from Kansas City. And I think Roger Maris allowed Mantle to finally have a guy on his own team batting behind him who would take a lot of the pressure off Mantle to win every game.
This year, it'd be Mickey's turn to take the pressure off Roger, as manager Ralph Houck had Maris bat in front of Mantle, with Mantle now protecting him. Maris would get a steady diet of fat pitches to choose from.
Welcome back, Ronald Acuna Jr. Standing in. First pitch on the way is a cutter. Swung on and fouled back out of play. It's 0-1. Matt Olson, the ghost runner, so there's that. Righty-righty matchup. 5-5 your score, top of the 10th. The 0-1. Inside high, 1-1. The 1-1 count. Kicks and fires. Swing. Slices it back foul. 1-2. 1-2 count. Acuna 0 for 4. Armstrong is still out there. They do have a right-hander warming up in the bullpen. For the Rangers. Looks like it's Wynn. Cole Wynn. The 1-2. Down and away, 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Inside, almost gets him, full count. The payoff pitch. Olsen at second. And swing! Fouls it straight back. Do it again, full count. Standing on deck is the Drake. Armstrong brings it. Swing! That ball is lifted high and deep. Going back on the track at the wall. Making the catch for a loud out number one. The throw comes into the infield, but Olsen had plenty of time to get down to third. A good piece of hitting by Ronald Acuna Jr. He moves the runner over. Just missed a home run. But big picture, he gets the go-ahead run over to third base with less than 2 outs.
Bravo.
And now Drake Baldwin will come to the plate with the infield in. Righty-lefty, first pitch, swing and a miss cutter. It's 0-1. Do wonder where the Braves go in the 9th inning. Who they put on the mound. The 0-1. Swing, slice it back, foul. It's 0-2. Guys that they have not used in today's game. Aaron Bummer, Dylan Dodd, Enyel De Los Santos, Rafael Montero, and Hunter Stratton as far as those that are likely to be used. The 0-2. Swing, chops it over to third. That goes off the glove, and Baldwin is going to get underneath the tag, but they're going to say that he's out. Olsen stopped at third because he thought the play was going to be made. By the time it popped out of his glove, it's going to end up being, when it's all said and done, a G3. And I'd like to see a replay on that tag on Baldwin. We're not getting a very... Here we go. I don't think he got him. First pitch on the way is a swing and a miss. It's 0-1. He didn't get him. Seeing another much better view that they never show it on the Braves cast. I don't know what the hell they're doing in the production booth, but they did not get him. He missed the tag. The 0-1. Swing, pops it up. Back behind home plate, it'll drift into the crowd. 0-2. Braves are down to their last strike in this inning. Got to find a way to get Olsen home. Another bad job by the dugout, not realizing that they easily should have challenged that play. Drake got underneath the tag. Laz Diaz, per usual, made a bad call over there at first. The 0-2. Outside wide, 1-2. 1-2 count. It wasn't a great pitch to swing at by Baldwin, but it was a good hustle and a good attempt at the tag. The 1-2. This is high, 2-2. Pretty similar to the pitch that he was called out on strikes back in the 8th. But he got the call this time. The 2-2 pitch. Swing underneath that one again. He's been under most of his pitches since he's been back. Just popping them up left and right. The 2-2. Down and away, full count. Standing on deck is Ozzie. Braves need a run here. The full count. Armstrong comes set. His 35th pitch of the night. The payoff. Swung in another one inside, about 3 or 4 inches out of the zone, and that'll end the inning. Braves fail to score. The ghost runner will be back in a flash here on Braves Country.
I don't really mean to be rude. Like, you look like you called out a sewer and the infestation, and you look like garbage.
Foul balls might be the most boring part of the game for most people, so let's spice it up with some of the best foul ball stories. First off, Charles Wiegum, the owner of the Chicago Cubs, allowed fans to keep foul balls that entered the stands. Prior to that, you could be ejected or even arrested for keeping a foul ball. In 1903, Rube Waddell hit a foul ball that landed on the roof of a baked bean cannery. It would set off a steam whistle, causing everyone to abandon their posts, which resulted in a ton of boiled over beans which exploded, showering the Boston ballpark with scalding beans. In 1939, during a game on Mother's Day, Bob Feller's mom would make a trip to Comiskey Park to see her son pitch. During the game, White Sox player Marv Owen hit a foul ball off of Feller that would hit Mrs. Feller in her right eye, breaking her glasses. After a trip to the hospital and some stitches, she would be okay, and Feller would regain his composure and go on to win the game. Luke Appling once asked Chicago White Sox management for a couple of dozen balls so he could sign them and donate them to charity. Management rejected the idea due to the cost, so Appling did the next best thing. He bought the balls himself and proceeded that day to fall off a couple of dozen balls during the game, after which he tipped his hat towards the owner's box. Stop me if you've heard this one before. Ken Rosenthal writes a column saying Ripken should end his consecutive game streak because it's bad for the team. Ripken responds by hitting a foul ball into the press box, which breaks Rosenthal's computer.
Pitchers would do anything to avoid facing Mickey Mantle with a man on base.
Well, I know it helped him a lot, me hitting behind him. You know, I don't think he got one intentional walk that year.
By mid-May, Maris shook off a slow start, and an historic home run race had begun.
The ball is on.
The M&M boys, as they were known, weren't just hot, they were sizzling. By the end of June, Mantle already had 25 homers, Maris 27.
Mantle and Maris, dial M for murder.
Well, we as ball players, we couldn't wait to get to the ballpark to see who would hit one next. They were so hot every time Raj went to bat, or Mickey, you anticipated a home run.
Welcome back. Enyel De Los Santos will enter the game. First thing they do with him on the mound is they walk Corey Seager. So you got runners at first and second and nobody out. Trying to set up the double play and trying to avoid Corey Seager's bat. That takes it to Marcus Semien. That's not much better. First pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, four-seam fastball. It's 0-1. Semien 0 for 3 and a hit by pitch right in the face. Luckily, his batting helmet blocked the majority of the blow, but I'd say he's going to be sore tomorrow. De Los Santos having issues with his pitch comm device. Looks like everything's all squared away now. The 0-1 count. Righty. Pitch on the way. Swing! That ball's hammered through the hole, and that will win the game for the Texas Rangers. Runner comes around to score. 6-5 your score. 6-5 your final. And De Los Santos gives up a worm burner on the rug. And Texas, they mob Semien rounding first. Give him a Powerade shower. And the Rangers win it 6-5 in dramatic fashion. There's a fastball right down the pipe, 95 miles an hour. and it was smoked up the hole. Allen did a pretty good job. I thought he might actually come up with that. It just got under his glove. That ball was sizzled 108 miles an hour off the bat, and the Braves lose 6-5. Y'all have a great one, Braves country. Nothing we can say about that, but well, it's the same old thing, right, with this season.
This sucks, and it's horse, but I'm too polite to say anything because I'm a class act.
Y'all have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow. 2 p.m. we'll come on the air. 2:35 first pitch. It's a strange start time, but we're in Texas. Y'all have a great night, Braves country. Casey at the Bat by Ernest Lawrence Thayer. The outlook wasn't brilliant for the Mudville Nine that day. The score stood 4-2, but with 1 inning more to play. And when Cooney died at first and Barrows did the same, a pall-like silence fell upon the patrons of the game. A straggling few got up to go in deep despair. The rest clung to the hope which springs eternal in the human breast. They thought, if only Casey could but get a whack at that, we'd put up even money now with Casey at the bat. But Flynn preceded Casey, as did Jimmy Blake, and the former was a hoodoo while the latter was a cake. So upon that stricken multitude grim melancholy sat, for there seemed but little chance of Casey getting to the bat. But Flynn let drive a single to the wonderment of all, and Blake, the much despised, tore the cover off the ball. And when the dust had lifted and men saw what had occurred, there was Jimmy safe at second and Flynn a hugging third. Then from 5,000 throats and more rose a lusty yell. It rumbled through the valley, it rattled in the dell. It pounded on the mountain and recoiled upon the flat, for Casey, mighty Casey, was advancing to the bat. There was ease in Casey's manner as he stepped into his place. There was pride in Casey's bearing, and a smile lit Casey's face. And when responding to the cheers, he lightly doffed his hat. No stranger in the crowd could doubt 'twas Casey at the bat. 10,000 eyes were on him as he rubbed his hands with dirt. 5,000 tongues applauded when he wiped them on his shirt. Then while the writhing pitcher ground the ball into his hip, defiance flashed in Casey's eye, a sneer cooled Casey's lip. And now the leather-covered sphere came hurtling through the air, and Casey stood a-watching it in a haughty grandeur there. Closed by the sturdy batsman, the ball unheeded sped. "That ain't my style," said Casey. "Strike one," the umpire said. From the benches black with people, there went up a muffled roar, like the beating of a storm waves on a stern and distant shore. "Kill him! Kill the umpire!" shouted someone on the stand, and it's likely they'd have killed him had not Casey raised his hand. With a smile of Christian charity, great Casey's visage shone. He stilled the rising tumult, he bade the game go on. He signaled to the pitcher, and once more the dun sphere flew. But Casey ignored it, and the umpire said, "Strike two." "Fraud!" cried the maddened thousands, and echoed answered, "Fraud!" But one scornful look from Casey, and the audience was awed. They saw his face grow stern and cold. They saw his muscles strain. And they knew that Casey wouldn't let that ball go by again. The sneer is from Casey's lip. His teeth are clenched in hate. He pounds with cruel violence, his bat upon the plate. And now the pitcher holds the ball, and now he lets it go. And now the air is shattered by the force of Casey's blow. Oh, somewhere in the favored land, the sun is shining bright. The band is playing somewhere, and somewhere hearts are light. And somewhere men are laughing, and somewhere children shout. But there is no joy in Mudville. Mighty Casey has struck out. Casey at the Bat, Ernest Lawrence Thayer, published June 3rd, 1888. San Francisco Examiner.